we going for music-wise?
Battle.
Oh.
Battle in the observatory.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
We're going to do the recap. Don't worry.
There's something different. 90s trance music or something like that.
This is so not 90s
I'm
trance.
just throwing it out there.
Who got brain control? You did.
What's that meant to me?
Oh, let's
To be fair, I
start.
have no harmful spells, so yeah, it's just trouble with that.
Chris,
Then I'll
those are
just
for
drop
you.
it off.
If you kill more,
Hero points.
I swear.
I don't know the answer to that question you asked earlier.
Send it a text when you do.
Yeah.
I like this lighting. Feels dramatic.
No, I know I went for dramatic. That was the vibe.
I think it is.
No.
So, let's do hero questions first, and then we'll do the recap and jump right into the fight. So,
Is it session 11?
yes, 11 by my count. Friends and Enemies is the working title.
Thank you.
You've all got a secret. The way secret works is you don't tell people them. You can choose to if your character would. But what you also have is a clue. Some way that the other characters in the party would have noticed something's up, even if not what it leads to. So what you're going to share now is the things people would notice leading them to believe something is amiss, if that makes sense. Everyone feel all right with that?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Emma, would you be all right to go first?
Okay. So Drizella is not obviously like the most religiously devout person that you've ever met in sort of, as far as clerics go, but she does disappear off most evenings, ostensibly to pray, but I think Mordred would probably notice more than anybody else, but she does tend to come back quite unsteady and sort of and shaky, and then sort of tucks herself, into a bedroll and goes to sleep, but seems to be quite shaken and tremulous and sort of disturbed.
Nice. Who's that?
Mordred would notice because Mordred is kind and nice. The others wouldn't have noticed.
Would this have led Mordred early on to talk about, were you having nightmares or something?
Potentially, and no, not at all. No, I'm not. She does have nightmares, but no, she causes nightmares. She's not having nightmares.
Wonderful. Who wants to go next? Or you can roll some dice.
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah, go for it.
One on you. Big.
2 weeks.
Big. Often
It's been a long 2 weeks.
checks his pockets a lot.
Ooh.
I like that. That's very simple, but very good.
Okay.
I can't think of one. So,
That's alright.
You're alright. No stress at all.
Easy afternoon.
You get nothing.
No.
Nice.
Lose.
Are
Day,
you
sir.
kidding?
Tell
Are
me that.
you kidding?
And B.
Mordred has a secret, like everyone else, and the only person who probably would have noticed would be Sibylla. There's just something in the air around Mordred when you look at him, ever so slightly. It's almost familiar. My character's a kid, but yeah. Oh, whoa.
Sibylla's like a million years
80
old.
years old.
94-year-old witch who eats children.
But turned into a kid.
Last week, we
But also
discovered
like this guy as well. Yeah.
the tomb of the Horned King.
Who's the predator?
An ancient evil from an earlier age. Long dead and guarded by the Bone Keepers Guild, and held in place by a powerful magical vault with a great mighty door carved in the likeness of a deer skull.
Take it.
You heroically all
Right.
you pulled a Sir Robin, but there's nothing wrong with that. No, you knew there was nothing much else you could do there. You found out very solidly and certainly that door will not open until the sun comes. great magical event where the woods move and the glades change. That very same night, you know, a different magical event, this one the Parallax, a moment where divination magic is particularly powerful, is taking place, and that Sivan, your friend you met in Lomarsh, that Memphis helped smuggle out of, helped smuggle past the Red Hand, Sivan will be able to learn when the sunrise is. This has never been done before, but they think they can do it. You also found some information on another person, also by the name of Dean Maricosa, in addition to the Ice Dragonborn that currently heads the university. More personal quest-wise, Bigby, you found Merida, Marabella, the missing student. You know that you have her journal and her course books that you can bring to the dean to collect the reward for her. Not Sibylla. Sibylla, you're looking for your old mentor, Nimue, in order to regain some of your power. Nimue was involved in something called the Haggish Succession Crisis, and the Coven's leader was uncertain for a number of years, and she disappeared during this. It's not quite known what happened to her. Drizella, you're looking for your sister, and you've had a lead on a couple of things. You know that the kind of contract she would have made with that fairy godmother Faye requires a physical token to exist through.
I need the glass slipper.
The glass slipper, indeed.
Always have a lost sister.
Well, this is Cinderella.
And you know that you either need to find that glass slipper, or the other thing to do would be to find the true name of that Fae that calls itself the Fairy Godmother. No easy task, but doable.
She's a bitch.
Mordred, you have found the origin of your bad and strange dreams to be a being known as the Herald, or the Stranger. This giant bird-like monstrosity said to appear before champions and the damned, and those in between. What it wants is unknown to you, but you do know that there exists the Great Ziggurat in Gobak, where you could visit and call out to the gods, where they are sometimes known to answer. That's all going on, but you rather urgently were looking for Savos, for Savan, as well as Dean Maricosa. You knew both of them were in the astronomy centre after talking with some of the people at the front, sort of foyer in the uni, the Urzats University. But upon arriving at that astronomy centre, bursting in through the door, you saw the familiar face of a witch in a cloak of shadows and a deer skull, not unlike the tomb you discovered earlier that same day. You last saw them also back in Lomarsh, taking something from the corpses of fallen
Which you
shoulders
found
of
out
tunnels.
later was organs.
Correct. Yes. Let me check my notes on that, but probably. Who seemed to they you know all then and flew away, but you see them in here with some strange spell, tendrils of that same lime green light flowing from their darkened fingers to Savan, who seems under some kind of a trance, eyes glowing, hands over a complicated machine, as the stars align above, and the parallax is only moments away. As you open the door, Savan, breaking from the spell for a moment, looked at you all and said, "Find the Dean! She's in here somewhere!" Thinking that she may be able to help. The skull-faced witch, on seeing you enter, turned around, locking eyes with Mordred and saying, "You!" Before a DC 30 will save resulted in a critical failure. A very bad.
The highest roll I've ever gotten in this game.
We are picking up right there in the middle of combat. Can I get...
So did we get any combat done last week?
No.
No, we walked in and started the fight.
Alright, lovely.
Did we roll for?
You
We
did.
did.
Sadly, I've lost it, so we're going to roll again.
Oh. That's alright.
It's perception you add to your initiative.
27.
Oh,
27?
wow.
I might need my
Okay.
dice.
Mordred,
The classic Mordred roll, that one.
nat 1 for a total
Yeah,
of...
you're gonna get killed.
9, I think.
Nice.
Give me a second.
you can actually re-roll that.
Oh!
You can have a spell cast on you in round 1 that lets you re-roll your initiative anyway.
Okay.
And unless any of you can beat a 43, which is going first. Another nat one?
No,
Get
it was
better.
a 3 though.
So 11.
It got better.
No, they're all like this. You'll see pretty quickly.
Horrendous. Drizella.
25.
25. Damn, that is a very nice initiative roll.
It's like
And
Justice's character.
Yeah. Amanita's fine, but Amanita has crazy modifiers, so...
On the Skull Witch's turn, at initiative rank 44, you see as these doors open and the spell clouds
she's
your
powerful
eyes
as
and
fuck.
mind, the shadows that are cast from her by this illuminate device just spread up and over the walls as they begin running about the sides of the room, snuffing out the candles one by one. The lights in the sky above over the observatory seem to flicker a little in the presence of whatever ritual is happening here. From her cloak, green glowing orbs, blinking like eyes, begin to spread about the room. You feel this enemy is very far beyond any of you. Critical fail on a 30, which means you know the DC is at least 40 by the system. How this fight is going to work.
I'm gonna die.
On Savan's turn, they're going to make a roll, and in fact I'll get one of you to roll for it each time. Savan is currently fighting against the control of this witch to control where the power of this ritual goes. One of you is going to roll a d4. You want it to be a high number, I believe. You want it to be a high number, but not a 4. 4 is bad.
Do you want me to
3
roll?
is the best, but 4 is bad. Who's going to roll?
I'll roll.
That's a 1. So, you gain you each gain a
Why
certain
do I do
number of
this?
bonuses.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
You can use at any point on your turn.
Yep.
Which allows you to add 15 to a roll.
Yep.
Or your AC for the whole round.
Oh.
So you've got 1 this round, but if you roll a 3, you get 3. Roll
Oh.
4, you get none. So, you see Savan over this, gearing, whirling machine, lots of crystals and light beams and all of that turning around, seems to be in the center of the observatory, seems to be some sort of divination ritual. As they fight there, you see them managing to get a small amount of light directing away from the skull witch and towards all
Sorry.
of you. With 1 bonus to use this round.
Those
Use
eyeballs
it
are
level.
super cute.
Aren't they just? That is Savan. Big B, you are up. You know,
Do I get that too?
you do not. You will get other bonuses though. Sorry, on the Skull Witch's turn, they go before Savan.
So is Savan on our team, or is he fighting against us?
Savan is pulled between both. They're under a similar spell to Mordred by the look of it. They're trying to fight. Sometimes they're doing better for you. Sometimes they're not able to. That's what that full rolls for.
Oh.
Skull Witch on their turn takes 2 actions to cast a spell on Mordred, as you see a bright whip of starlight appear in the air and lash against Mordred's back. Your speed increases by 5 feet.
Okay.
You can take a stride action immediately, and you reroll your initiative, which you already did.
Yeah.
So you can take a stride action if you want, so 25 feet.
Oh,
Mordred, what's the plan? Oh, and
So-
it doesn't trigger reactions.
okay, immediately I would move up next to Gisela.
Next to
Remind me of
Gisela.
what are we trying to achieve here?
So,
We're
you
trying to
know-
get over there
You
somewhere,
know, the
aren't
deal
we?
is somewhere in this complex. So I've got
Yes,
their
that's what we're
tokens
trying
somewhere
to
on the
do.
map. I've hidden them because you can't see into these rooms,
Yes.
obviously. The other thing you know is that this beam machine is conducting the ritual. You're getting
Yes.
enough times it'll probably break.
Yeah.
You probably reckon without a roll, you kill Savan, this would stop happening as well, but that's a bit extreme perhaps. Anything else is a bit iffy. What exactly this figure wants you also don't know, but they
Yeah.
don't seem happy to see you, and Savan does not look happy helping out.
Okay.
So Mordred, you're already in melee with Drizella, you want to
Oh,
stay
okay.
there?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And yet that plus 5 feet speed lasts for a while. I'll let you know.
You want me to fight me?
Results.
Drizella is this one here.
Mm.
Sevilla, Big B, Mordred. Which Savan, eyes. Wonderful. Which brings us back to Big B. Right off the bat, free action, give us a perception check if you'd be so kind.
That's 17.
You are able to identify something weird's happening with Mordred.
Okay. If I move away from Mordred, do I think that I'll be getting an opportunity attack?
With a 17, I don't think you're able to pin it down that precisely.
No. I will start to...
But you can certainly talk to Mordred as a free action before you move.
Okay. You okay?
You.
That was creepy. Okay, I'm going to go start running that way.
Yeah,
Diagonally.
diagonally this one?
Yeah.
By default, you can get 25, I believe, which gets you here if you want to do. Here, somewhere around that.
Yeah, we'll go the middle one.
Middle one. Mordred goes from you also, there's one of these floating eyes over here as well. I'm not sure if you saw that token.
Oh, okay.
You had it pass by that one. Otherwise, you can go for a wider one. You'll just
I'll
certainly
pass by that one.
pass by that one. Wonderful. Mordred, are you using oh, you don't. It's a
No.
class thing. It's a class thing. Opportunity attacks aren't a thing.
Yep.
Unless
We're
you're
playing
finders.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Nice. No need to worry about opportunity attacks.
What's he gonna do? Blink at me?
Pretty much.
What more do you?
Eyeball.
Oh,
Drizella, that is you.
Is that all you have?
Oh, sorry, no.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
two
one
actions.
stride action.
Yeah,
Two
then I'm
actions.
going to pull out my my crossbow with one action. And
Absolutely.
Take a shot at the thing.
At the witch,
With.
go for it.
Well, do we know for sure she's a witch?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They seem witchy. I think you did a sense
I think
magic
that's-
check when you saw them,
that's
and
very
picked up
yeah.
they were.
She was very witchy.
They
and
were
bad.
well, some sort of naturalistic magic, but not necessarily occult.
I'm just sensitive to, if it's people are being
So
witches.
it's 23 to hit.
Yeah, we're totally being witches.
23. So, let me be a little more specific. Actually, with that bonus and this enemy that is very far beyond you, the odds of you hitting this enemy without using that bonus are very, very slim.
Let's use it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you rolled a
So 23.
23, so that brings it up to 38. That is a hit, but not a crit. As you feel the stars aligned above you, and you know exactly how this thing's going to move for a second as
Nice.
you land a shot.
7.
7 of
Piercing.
piercing, lovely. 7 damage. Beautiful. Drizella, that is... yep, that's 3. Drizella, that's 3.
Drizella's going. So do I get-
concentration? I didn't think I'd be able to do much damage. But maybe.
Fun fact, concentration as a mechanic doesn't really exist in Pathfinder.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Not most of the time, anyway.
Do I get strike? No.
You
Or
can take
yes.
a movement action if you want.
That's fine. In that case, I'm going around to the right. Is that a door there on the right?
yeah,
This
we
one
need to
here's the
find
door.
a gate.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going through that door.
Good idea.
You run through this door. So it's 10 foot to move, and then an action to open the door.
Yes, please.
You can take the rest of your
I will
movement.
take the rest of my movement, please.
Another 15. Sorry to get
Yeah.
here if you want to. You come through a small silo. This looks like the sort of place you take notes. That's when you open this and pull them out. You see some desks with what looks to be a lot of work around what's happening. Give me a crafting check.
Ooh, crafting.
Architectural check.
6.
6. You see this one's plans of the stars. This one seems to look a lot like the machine that you saw in here. But with a 6, you can't really do much more else.
Excellent.
as
But
far
Dean
as- No,
Doofus isn't
no,
here. I'll
Dean.
carry on straight along.
Wonderful.
There's a door at the end.
One
so-
stride, one door action, another stride action gets you another 25 foot.
Yeah.
Movement is punishing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Only getting through here as you hurry through, open the door, run along.
Yep.
Doing your best for it. This door was open, the rest are all shut.
Yep.
Just in terms of sight lines.
Yep.
Wonderful. Mordred, that is you.
Mordred will turn around and look at Sibylla.
Oh, the
And-
witch banishes narrative, by the way.
Oh, that's
Fun.
handy.
In adjust.
I'm going to use my stride action to move forward 5 feet.
Yep.
Right in front of Sibylla.
Mhm.
And then I'll take out my sword, which Mordred never does. And he'll look at you and he'll say, "You're a hag. Hags can't be trusted." And then he'll stab you. Oh, we're actually doing it. 26.
26 to hit.
That'd be right.
I think that's
While
going to
you're
hit.
working against
Yes, it definitely hits.
Oh, no, to Mordred.
Oh, okay.
4 slashing damage.
4 slashing damage.
Don't like this.
No.
Sibylla, you see your previous friend and ally standing over you. Something strange about their face, this slight glossiness to their eyes.
Yes.
Like 2 minutes.
Movement, strike, you've
Mordred's
got a
been-
third action.
I drew my weapon.
You did indeed.
Mordred's had stuff cast
Trying
on
to
his
find
brain.
where- Oh, here it is.
Mordred is a pacifist. He's never heard of him.
Sibylla, that is you.
You said 4 HP, didn't you?
Yep.
And then that's you, Chris.
Alright, can I... So, do I need to do a perception check to see whether I'm, like,
I just
pissed off
stabbed
at you, or whether I'm, like...
No, you can feel however you want to feel, and you can tell you've just been hit with a sword, so there's no real need for a perception check. Some,
But I mean,
some
like,
guys-
am I going to, like, go instantly, I hate you, die? Or am I going to...
I'll tell you what, you've studied the cunning ways. Give me a occultism check. See if you recognize
Well, I
what's
go,
happening.
it's okay, I don't mind being stabbed. She's
Is
clearly
Hag
not
like a
outside.
racial slur
I
to
think
you?
you missed slightly.
Oh, that was a crit.
Crit.
Yeah.
You crit rules is written. You can identify the spell if you take an action to, if you'd like to.
Oh, I shall do that.
Wonderful. The spell that has been cast on Mordred, I can tell you exactly, is Charm at 8th level. This there's a lot of blah 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 that we'll get to if it's important, but the long and short of it is you cannot dismiss the spell in the way you usually could with a lot of magic, and Mordred regards the caster of the spell as a close friend and ally. If that causes other friends and allies to seem, and anyone who is an enemy of the person who cast the spell is now an enemy of Mordred. It's dominate creature, it's mind control. It's Mordred now believes so firmly and utterly that this mysterious stranger is their dear friend and ally, and all of you are enemies in their way. The biggest thing with this spell that you also know with that incredibly good check, this thing has a DC save of 40. It's a will save. The duration of the spell, cast at this level, lasts until tomorrow morning.
You're just gonna have to tie Mordred up with like, I hate you.
So this is there's also this isn't the sort of thing where you make a save at the end of your turn. This is just happening, unless you dispel the magic, which is very high rank. But you have dispelled an 8th level spell before. You did that in low rush, so it can be done
If I also have charm
Mm.
at first level.
at first level.
No,
Well, there you go. Well, you've got all the nitty gritty details.
How
about
does
it
this?
as
How
well.
do the spell levels work in Pathfinder?
Very similarly.
Okay.
Most spells have the main difference is spells are heightened rather than the way levels work. So
Yeah.
sometimes they deal extra damage for every time they're heightened. Other times when they're heightened at a certain level, they get additional effects.
But like, do you get a spell level for every level, or is it similar to D&D that like?
It's half level. So
Okay,
the
so
big difference is there's 10th level spells in Dark.
Yeah, okay.
So you get a new spell level every level.
Every 2 levels. Okay.
Is Mordred armed with anything but the dagger?
I've got a sword.
I believe it's a bastard sword.
Jeez,
Yeah.
could have been a lot worse then, eh?
Mm.
I'm going to move away from Mordred.
Yeah, very fair. So you're going to back out of the building, or you're going to attempt to go further in past?
I'm going to go
Is
further
that a
in.
D8 you roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
You've got,
sad.
So same
you've
as
got
me,
24
and I got, like, I got
yes,
7.
because you're
25.
25,
Add
nice.
7.
5,
You add 7.
15 gets you to there.
No,
do
I
you want to
I
head
rolled a
towards
7
the
on
witch?
my
Do you want to head towards Bigby,
Well,
the opposite way?
The wheel
follow
thing in
Giselle.
the middle, is that like something that blocks? Is that like...
That'll give you a bit of cover, yeah. It's a big metal sort of like planetarium model.
I might
Little-
move
little
over
spheres
to...
of the-
I might
yeah.
try and move towards Bigby.
Yeah, for sure. You head over.
Actually, sorry, I'll go the opposite direction.
You go the opposite direction. Yeah.
Apologies.
No, you're fine. You head the opposite way. Near one of these eye things floating out.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it's their turn.
Do I not get an attack round?
Oh, sorry, I keep
No, that's okay.
losing track. That's one action to identify the spell, one to move. You've got a third action.
Yes, I'm going to phase bolt the eyeball.
Absolutely lovely. Go for it. Gotta love a single action spell.
Ooh, that's a 26.
Would you like to use the bonus you have for this round. You've got,
Do you want to get a
you've
plus
got one
15
bonus to
for
add 15 to that. You don't need to use it. You can add it to your
I already got 26 for the roll.
Yeah. 26 is exactly what you need to hit these
Oh.
highest
Oh,
things.
Alright.
Give us some damage. Drizel, I'm going to assume you are adding yours to your armor class, which is an attack roll.
Yes.
Well, that was a good roll.
So what do I get to add?
15.
That's 11 damage.
You phase bomb. You see this thing seems very fragile as it just into nothing.
Oh, okay, so they don't have a lot of HP.
They do not. You see, as they do though, the deer skull shadow cloak turns and looks at you
Oh no.
as you seem to have attracted its attention. Drizella,
more than me actually directly attacking it.
Maybe they're blind.
give me a perception check.
Maybe.
Perception.
Good idea.
18.
You're supposed to be working against us.
That's good
He's
to know.
hiding in the corner.
The skull witch is going to go next. Can you... No. You see they levitate slightly off the ground as their cloak seems to be not made of fabric, but actual just shadow wrapped about them as they float about 5 foot into the air and say, "Leave this place. I have work that must be done. I am commanded by a greater power." He looks over to you, Sibylla, and says, "You might have known the glory I seek if you had stayed with the Order. Can you please give me a mental will save throw?"
Ooh, you might.
I wonder if it's that person I'm looking for.
Anyway.
Hmm. Get that one behind Will. Oh, here we go. Crit.
Oh my god.
That's wild. For a total of
For a total of 28.
28, so you increase that by so 28.
38.
Yeah. Would you like to use that bonus at all? Just offer it. You don't need to.
I don't need to.
You don't need to.
Her save was 40. Or something like that. So
Yep.
Yes, I'll use the bonus, please.
Wonderful. So that brings you from a crit 28 to a 43 crit, which is a success, but not a critical success.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you didn't use
No.
that plus 15, you would have failed.
No, sorry, that's a critical success.
Oh, it is a critical.
That is a critical success. With a 48. Yeah. Incredible. You see the distance between you and this thing through this metal cage suddenly seems to shrink terribly as you see the doorway and the floor seems to be pulling you closer as space just seems to bend around you a little bit as this figure looms taller and taller and taller.
The voice in my head is is it familiar?
Give me a history's not a thing. Give me an occultism check.
Sorry.
That was not a crit. That would be a 15.
With a 15, it doesn't sound familiar. You think, just by the way they're speaking, that perhaps they're magically altering their voice. It sounds sort of like a spell that you would know can twist and disguise the voice, which makes it hard to say.
Okay, alright.
There's something with a magical point to it. With a crit success, nothing happens as you're able to fight off this darkened shadow from your mind. It wastes all 3 actions trying to do something that, frankly, I did not think you'd be able to crit save against. That's Savan, who's rolling
So
the D4.
good.
That's my last good
Me.
roll for the night. There,
Me.
well done. 2 crits in the first 5 minutes.
2 crits, thank
That's
you.
a
Nothing
4.
thereafter.
That's a 4.
Oh,
You gave
geez
no
Louise.
bonuses this
Oh
round.
yeah, I did too.
You are not.
You rolled the last one. One of us was supposed to roll.
No one else
B2B,
did it,
that's
I'm
you.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm
so
against the party, I gotta do something.
did I notice a difference in how the witch reacted to, say, my attack on it versus one of the eyes blowing up?
They seemed... give me a perception check. I won't make you use an action for it.
13.
13, it's a bit difficult to say, but I mean, you do know they targeted Sibylla.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
can draw from that what you will.
Okay, so I'm going to go 25 feet towards that door on the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Lovely. 25 foot gets you right to the door. Action
Okay.
to open it.
Yep, I'll use my action to open it.
Wonderful. Then you're stepping in. That'll be your third action if you do.
Can I see anything inside the room?
You open the door. You see a small little alcove with 3 other doors, unfortunately.
Okay.
There seems to be a hat rack. There seems to be a large carpet. You can give me a perception check if you like. Or in fact, you could use investigation. Just because
Is that going to take an action? My last action to do? Or?
I'll tell you what, I'll give it to you for free, and you'll learn something. If you spend an action investigating, you'll learn more.
Okay.
So your choice. But you can definitely do it.
No, I'm going to do the free one.
Yep.
It's going to be what was it? Investigation?
If that's a skill, I keep forgetting what the abilities are. No, investigation isn't one. It's just
I've
perception.
got perception. 18.
18. 18. Yeah, 18 will do it with the free one. You see that the rug here has been moved from where it usually is to kind of an outline of the dust where it would be, and a bit of blood on it. And with an 18, you know that something was dragged this way, out of the door.
Okay.
Do with that what you will. Still got
I'm
your
going to
action.
now use my last action.
Mhm.
Can I hit that eyeball next to Savan?
So this all is wall. So this is
Oh.
all domed and contained. The only way to get in is this little door here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. Actually, this is like an inner circle where there'd be a big telescope on top of.
What about the eyeball at the bottom?
Certainly can.
Alright, we'll take a pot shot of that.
Give us a go.
Nice.
Okay. That'll be a 24 to hit.
24. I'm afraid is a miss. As you see this thing with incredible speed out the way of your coming.
Oh, wait, Savan didn't know. Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
Savan did have a turn, but did not manage to.
Damn it!
You see Savan
You're banned.
in there at the
Roll
controls.
for
She's
Savan.
too strong. I can't stop her. Interrupt the ritual. Do what you can. Find the dean.
I'm trying.
Drizella. What do you want?
Um,
You see a small hallway and a door, or you can go through this door back into the main room. What's your plan?
carry on.
Well,
So straight ahead, open the door.
which one, sir?
Straight ahead.
Straight door?
Yep.
You move through there. As you do you use your second action? to
I'll
open the
use
door?
my action to open the door. Yep.
You see,
So-
tied up and gagged
Oh no.
against the boiler room, Dean Maricosa, beaten and bloody, but very much alive. As you see, as you
So
come in there,
bloody split
breathing around, trying to break free of their bonds.
Okay. Can
Probably
I
a waste of ability,
use
so
my
can't-
third action to try and release his bonds?
You sure can. The trick is, she is tied very well, so you will need to pass a survival check.
I could just chop her arms off.
You could do that.
Okay, I won't.
We're not allies
Whether
anymore.
they'd
I'm not
be able
gonna
to
take
help
it.
you without any arms is another question.
I
You could.
would try not to do that. Fine.
Give us a
Yeah,
survival.
cut the wizard's
19.
arms off, they're gonna be-
19.
There are some nicks.
19, I'm afraid, is not going to cut it.
Okay.
We're using Pathfinder difficulty here, so the numbers have
On
to
a
be.
rope.
19, you go through. You get her feet with a 19, but you don't get her hands or the gag on her mouth, so still can't really smell or anything like
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
But you see, with that, feet going around, kind of tries to help you, rolls over, but she can go there. She definitely doesn't seem unconscious or down or anything like that.
Okay.
That's your 3 actions.
Yep.
Mordred,
Mm.
that's you.
I'm going to move, or use my first action to stride up to Sibylla.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll once again turn to her
Why
and
me?
say, "You're a hag. She sent you,"
She's so mean.
and I'll stab you
She's
again.
so mean.
Is hag a racial slur here?
No, hag is just witches and cunning people who
Does
kind
a
of live in the woods.
27 hit?
Yes.
Yes. Hag's my
I
occupation.
would be
think,
fine.
Chris,
So
27, did you
it's
say?
racist.
Yeah.
Yours is 15.
Mhm.
That's a crit.
Whoa.
So do I roll double damage?
No, you roll regularly and then add your modifier and then double. Although I think bastard swords are a deadly weapon.
I roll a d8. I roll a d8.
When you say bastard sword, are you using a claret mechanically?
Claret, yeah.
Claret, yeah.
Sorry.
No, cool, just checking if it's a deadly or anything like that. It's not, so yeah. Just double. So
I rolled a 1 on the dice, so that's for doubled 8 damage.
8 damage to Sibylla.
This
How's
is the one
Sibylla?
time when I want you to roll low.
Yeah. Sibylla is looking bloody.
Yeah.
I'll roll to hit again.
Yep.
Taking the penalty. I'm going to use a hero point.
Oh my
Ooh!
You're really going all out, aren't you? And I comment, that's a suitable weapon for you.
god.
Very well done.
It's not mine. That's still take 10, isn't it?
If you roll less than 10.
Hang on, what was
Not take 10. If you roll less than 10, add 10.
Okay, so that would be a 13, 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
Alright, let's roll something that's not a 1. It's a 2!
That's a miss. 5?
Yeah, it's 5 damage.
5 damage to Sibylla. How's Sibylla looking numerically, Chris?
Yeah, not fantastic.
Somewhere around a 7?
Yes. Exactly a 7.
Trying to track their health for a change.
Doesn't it show up on yours when I adjust it?
Oh, I can just check. Half builder. That's smart. That saves me a lot of trouble. No, it doesn't. It's interesting.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Oh, that's okay.
That
I
is
also
more than
have ability to
you might want to demonstrate.
be
for
like
us.
your sword.
Wait, what?
I also have the ability to be like your sword.
Sure.
You bastard.
Chris, that's you.
Oh, I'm on, am I?
You're on the.
Sick playing dice.
You have Mordred has stabbed you 3 times now. Probably the most immediate.
Oops.
I'm sure.
He has a really pretty sword.
I am going to first cast Flashy Disappearance.
Fantastic.
What is flashy disappearance?
It's kind of like, a cheap magician. Smoke comes everywhere,
Love
and I run away.
it.
Which I shall just run further round the room.
I don't have flashy disappearance for you.
Spell. It's a level 1 spell.
One
Illusion
spell.
spell.
I've got you as having charm, scorching blast, and fear prepared.
No, not fear. Flashy Disappearance.
There we go. Cool. That's all right. You just need to tell me what it does because I don't have the rules. How far away do you go?
It doesn't say. I think it just says that you use your movement.
Oh, awesome. That's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Magic stuff going around here these days. Oh, awesome. Yeah, cool. You move, and then you can hide as a free action if you want to.
Yes.
So if you
Beginning work on my
in terms of where you could hide, if you're interested in that, Chris,
Nothing.
that's a really cool spell if you use it at the right time. You could hide here, behind the door. 25 will probably get you in here with the witch, which would be an interesting move.
Actually, scratch that. Can I reverse it and do that second?
Yeah, for sure. What do you do first?
I'm going to fire a something.
This is going to be a real nasty turn from Sibylla.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. I'm going to fire it at the witch
Oh,
Alright, go for it.
instead of the bastard.
well. Funny no.
I'm going to cast a phase bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Phase bolt.
Give us the roll.
Is that another crit?
Yep.
Yes.
God. For a total of
Well, I get +9, so.
plus
29.
9, so 29, 39.
That's insane.
So do I just
Ridiculous.
do I do
Maybe
double
you don't
damage
need
or
this
something?
ridiculous bonuses I'm offering it. That is a hit. You see completely unexpected this witch just hovering in the air, just full intimidation, shadows flying, shadowy cloak billowing, staring you all down, seeming more focused on keeping concentration, metaphorically, on Sivan. Suddenly a phase bolt in the side of the head. What's the damage?
Well, do I double it?
It's not a crit, it's just a hit. So natural 20 in Pathfinder doesn't actually mean crit.
Oh,
Crit just happens when you beat the AC by 10. So because this thing has such a high armor class, because it's a lot of levels above you, you won't do that. But what you could do, and I'll let you do this still now, you can... you don't have a bonus this round, so yeah, no crit this time.
7 damage.
7 damage. What dice did you roll? Did you roll 2d4?
3d4.
3d4. Do you remember what you rolled on the dice?
Sorry.
The number you just did. Which
It
was
is
7.
a 4, a 2, and a 1.
14 and 1. That's above half. Can you roll me a luck check? Just straight d20. You want to get above a 10.
Alright. Sorry, it was still set at the row.
No, that's okay. Sorry, I just...
17?
Insane the rolls are making. You hit this witch off guard, unprepared, shot right across the top of the skull as it pulls off from their face. It lands on the ground, so the shadows around them disappear. And you see, standing before you, someone familiar. You see the undead form of someone who was once Nimue. Glowing green light, just ragged clothes, what appear to have been chains wrapped around her arms and her neck, broken off and rusted. Green smoke pouring out of her mouth and terrible green glowing eyes.
I just added the page for the dear face stranger. Now I gotta change it.
That makes sense.
Alright.
Your old mentor stares you down as you see the shadows along the wall, the skulls disappear away and become her, kind of dark flowing hair all around the walls as the shadows begin to file out into the room. The lights die down as you feel that they are about to cast something very powerful themselves. Do you say anything as they're hovering before you?
Nimue. It is Sevilla. Former pupil. Do you recognize me?
Give me a diplomacy check. I'm going to give you a help action, by the way.
12.
Okay.
12. So that's not a good diplomacy check, but you don't feel like you've failed so much as there's just no recognition on her face of you. And she does not reply, in fact.
Alright. In that case, I'll do flashy disappearance.
With a flash and a bang, you can move up to 25 foot and hide. So here you could hide. 25 foot is not enough to get you out of line of sight that way or that way. So yeah, pretty much you could go back in here and hide somewhere,
I'll go in a bookcase.
or along. Oh, you can get behind the doors if you wanted to.
Yeah, just sort of, maybe
Is
just
there?
behind where I can peek out sort of thing.
Absolutely. Give us a stealth check, and you get partial cover. Stacking up these bonuses, so you'll be harder to hit with partial cover, and with a
It is 22.
22 stealth check. I don't think Mordred will be able to see you.
Yay!
In fact, they will not. They'll have to take a seek action to try to find you. You see, however, Nimue does not seem to falter in her sight as she seeks out and looks at you behind the bookcase, but does not seem bothered. Does not target you.
Can I double check those stealth rules?
Sure, I believe it's 10 plus as a passive, and then otherwise you need to take a seek action to look for stuff, but check it out. She is going to reach out. You see the shadows dance along the walls, and then suddenly it just expand massively, and it is completely dark inside, save for the glowing eyes as they begin to move themselves. Oh, no, that's something friendly. 40 foot is enough to get to Sibylla, and it's definitely enough to get to Bigby, and I'm just going to stay there. Sibylla and Bigby, can you both make me will saving throws?
I'm going to use my hero.
Hero point? Yeah, absolutely do.
Damn it, that's the worst roll I could get.
25.
19.
19, 25, both critical failures.
Oh my god.
You both become stupefied too. So you'll find that in your thing. Bigby, that affects your
Very
intelligence
bad.
score and affects your spellcasting. You see these eyes lean in close, enough that there is millimeters between them and you, as you then just start to see, almost without you thinking about it, you see memories kind of reawakening as you find yourself thinking about secrets that you wouldn't want to know. And with the terrible feeling these eyes can see through your head as well as they can see through this darkness. Become stupefied 2. That is the witch's first. That is Nimwe's. Nimwe's first action.
Nimue.
Her second, she flies out here and hovers 20 foot off the ground. Mordred,
Affects nearly every single
Yes.
you at full health?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Big B.
Oh no.
Can I get another will save?
Sorry.
What's this for?
The
Nimue.
witch, Nimue, has 2 more actions. It's against a
That witch Nimue.
feat with the mental and occult tags. Might be stuff you've got things for.
We'll say 15.
15. Your stupefied rank increases by another point, so you're now at stupefied 3. Not a lot of damaging stuff, but stuff that will make it difficult for you to think. That is their 3 actions. You see, at the end, they then turn around and point at Savan and say, "Finish the spell." It is their turn. Who's rolling the d4 for?
No!
Watch him
Let's
roll
give
a
Jesse
4.
turn.
3.
Damn,
Rolling
3 bonuses you can use this round. Add 15 to one thing, another, and another. Don't forget you can use it for your armor class as well if you want. Bigby, that is you. You see the witch kind of finish the spell as you see Savan says, "No!" And light fills the room again as these shadows seem to run back and try to hold back whatever spell is going on as the battle continues. Bigby, that is you.
Okay. So I've seen that it's Nimue.
You've seen that it's
Do I know who Nimue is?
You definitely know that Nimue is the old master, instructor of Sibylla. Give me an occultism check, free action. Actually, sorry, it's not in Pathfinder. You can do a recall knowledge check if you'd like, but it takes an action of your turn.
What's that?
Recall knowledge, in this case, it's occultism. Or I'd let you use religion. Maybe society. They'll tell you slightly different things.
Yeah, I'll do an occultism check.
Wonderful.
Oh no.
You've got 3 of those plus 15 bonuses. Whether you want to use that on 8 is the question.
Yeah, no.
At 8, you know that they were a witch and they've been disappeared for a long time. That's about all you get.
I'm going to drop my crossbow.
Mhm.
Is
Free
that
action?
eyeball within melee range of me?
It most certainly is. It is currently
Draw
right
my-
in front of your
I'm
foe.
gonna Draw my sword cannon and take a swing at it.
Through the air, right at it. Give us an attack roll. That's an action to draw, action to attack, and recall knowledge checks. This will be your 3rd action.
Okay, so that is 22, and I'll use that plus 15, so that'll be 39. No, 37, sorry. 37
is a crit.
Nice.
I also forget, and we won't do it for this one, but in the future, recall knowledge checks are meant to be secret, and then if you fail, I actually tell you false information.
Oh,
which
that's
is
so
good.
fun.
Cool.
Just need to remember to do it because it's a bit.
It's 4 damage. 4 session.
You cut this thing in half, and green mist it just vanishes away. These things seem pokey, but not very strong.
Stop making me stupid!
You are still have a stupefied 3, so I think your intelligence score is down 3 points. I have read the condition right.
Yes, indeedy.
That's your 3 actions. Drizella, you are over with the Dean. Powerful spellcaster who might be able to help you out in this situation.
I sigh at the fact that their ropes are so difficult, and I go to try and untie their hands.
Give us another survival check.
Okay, and I can add 15 to that if I need to, can't
If you
I?
want to, yeah. And that's all after the rolls.
So that would be 19 on the dice.
Plus, I think you had 8 to survival.
No. So 11 on the dice, so 19 with my plus 8. No, go on. I'll use my plus 15.
So plus 15, make that a
whatever.
34.
Yeah.
You get the rest off. As you see in your head yourself successfully in time moments in the future from now. Time's a bit folding at the moment. They are off, gag off. You see Dean Maricosa stands up a little bit groggily and says, Thank you. We need to stop this now.
Okay. Are you healthy enough? Because I don't do healing, and I think Mordred's on the wrong side at the moment.
I'm healthy. Unfortunately, I'm a wizard. I was not prepared for battle.
Yeah.
I can offer some
She rolls
support
her
here,
eyes.
but not much in the way of power.
I can summon a textbook for you.
Great. Okay, so I'm going out through. So that was one action.
One action.
Okay.
There'll be another to open the door.
Another to open the door,
And a
please.
third to move, if you'd like to move.
What can I see from the door on my? Open on.
You can see an eyeball hanging around a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Your plus 8 perception, you can't see Sibylla hiding. And you can see Mordred presumably looking about for Sibylla, who's just disappeared. Sword bloody. And I think...
And how far away is Mordred?
50 feet.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything horrible to Mordred at 50 feet. Which is probably a good thing. In that case, I will move. And I'm going to... probably... No, I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to just on the so that the Dean could get past me.
Yep.
And I'm going to use message to Big on the other side because he's clearly gone over to look at those rooms. To say the Dean's over here.
Wonderful. Do you need to see them for that? You do not.
No, I don't think so. 120 feet.
Brilliant. You just need to know they exist.
I know.
You
So I send a message to Big B because Big B would be looking.
absolutely. Mordred, that is you.
So I've seen Sibylla just vanish.
There's a puff of smoke and Sibylla is gone. You can
I'm
look for
probably
Sibylla's
standing
reaction.
in that
I'm gonna
doorway
use a seek
reasonably.
action.
Oh,
So,
no.
well, yeah, I just don't want to be obstructing that doorway for the
Doorway's
Dean.
10 foot. Okay.
That's fine. In that case, I'll be standing in that doorway because I
So I
couldn't
can
move.
see Drizella now.
You
Yeah.
can see Drizella.
I've still got a more important target.
Jesus.
Am I within 30 feet of Sibylla?
You wouldn't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Just for seek purposes of seek. Oh, that's 10
So
feet.
you don't
Okay.
know if your target's within 30 feet. So
So I
you
wouldn't
don't know
know.
where Sibylla is. So this is what you see at the moment.
Right.
So you can take a seek action try to locate
Yeah.
Sibylla.
Seek action's only 10 feet. Oh, that's awful.
No, it's not.
Punishing.
Is seek 10 foot?
That's what it says on here.
I don't know about that.
Tree you because they belong to me.
Oh, 30 feet cone. 10
Yeah, 30 foot
adjacent.
cone, 10
Yeah,
foot distance.
sorry.
Yeah. So it's a 30, yeah, it's 30 foot.
Reading comprehension.
So you know
Yeah.
Sibylla was here. So yeah, you can
I would
do
like
so.
to seek if I can.
Yeah, it's 30 foot. I know.
I thought it
It's,
could be
yeah,
10.
it is,
That's
because it's
crazy.
designed to be slightly larger than one step action. So if you want to get out of someone's seek range, you have to use 2 movements at least to stop spell.
So that's 27.
27 beats your 22 stealth roll.
Yep.
You can see Sibylla.
I lock eyes with Sibylla. I stride over there.
You see Nimue, your trusted friend and ally, calls to you and says, "Leave the hag.
Why?
They are nothing."
I guess I'll turn to...
Which is worse, hag or nothing?
Who do you want me to take out?
They
And from
are-
your mentor.
Uh,
That's sting.
Bigby, give me a flat charisma check. Bearing in mind you're stupefied 3, so drop 3 from
Where's charisma?
Flat.
So that'll be
minus 3 from the dice.
6.
6. You see Nimue look over to you, these glowing green eyes quickly appraising you, and says, they are no threat either. Take out the healer.
Okay. I will use my stride. I guess 2 turns of stride then.
Good to get me. I can't heal anything other than undead people.
You're welcome to disregard these words of your trusted friend and ally.
No, it's
That is, I'll leave that just to you. But that's definitely what they suggest to you.
I'm not sure Mordred
No,
would
I-
actually see me as a healer. Mordred's the one who does all the healing. Be like, do I need to self-flagellate myself with my bastard sword?
Mordred walks towards you, and he's limping on that foot where you dropped the mace. And he holds his sword out to you. I didn't want to do this. That's my turn.
Whatever.
Wonderful. Sibylla, that is back to you.
Can I just ask a mechanic question?
Yeah, for sure.
With cantrips, you can use them as many times as you want.
Many is your
But with level 1 spells, you can only use one spell on rest.
only use them once per long rest. When you do your daily preparations, you can prepare something twice
Yep.
if you wanted to use it more than once. But as it is, you use them just the number of times you prepare them. So once.
Okay, excellent.
So I imagine you're running quite light on spells at the moment.
Well, yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, because we use them all at the whole kingdom.
You've got charm left, do you?
Yes.
Yep.
Did
fun
we,
thing
did
about
we have a
charm-
battle? Have we had a long rest between
Not
our last battle and this one?
not a long rest. No, you had some downtime to heal and that sort of thing, but not a long rest to get your spells
Right,
back.
so really I've just got my cantrips.
Yeah.
And charm.
Cantrips are your main damage dealer in Pathfinder, though. They'll do more damage than most of your spells. I will say this, with the crit success you got before, you know there is one way to counteract that charm spell that Nimwe's cast on Mordred, which is you could beat it with your own spell, potentially.
My own charm.
Your own charm.
Well, I thought that, but then mine's only level 1.
Yours is only level 1, so what it would be is that you would make a roll, and they would make a roll. You'd add your spell casting modifiers. They'll get a bonus for their level, but you will get a plus 10 bonus because you're allied with Mordred.
Okay.
You also have that plus 15 in your pocket if you want to use it.
And can I just ask, with Stupefied,
Mhm.
it says that anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC equal to 5 plus your stupefied value. What is my stupefied value?
Your stupefied value currently is 3. So you've got to roll a dice and roll equal to or more than 8.
So
Pretty good odds,
Yep.
but not so.
Alright. Well, I think I'm going to attempt that because
Yeah.
I'm sick of being stabbed by.
Yeah.
Hey, I walked past you.
So this is your last spell. This is probably the only reasonable way you're going to break this spell today. And I'm going to get you to roll this. We might make a bit of a big deal of this one. Don't roll that dice just yet. So we'll roll
Let me move this out of the way.
Nimwe's first. See what they have to beat. So their spell is 7 ranks above you, and they add. Right, so they're rolling with plus 17 to this dice. So very beatable because you've got a plus 15 and then the plus 10. So you've got plus 25.
27.
27.
No, what did you say? Plus 15.
You've got plus 15 and plus 10. I'm assuming
Yeah,
you
yeah,
use that.
25. Yeah.
So 25. So you need to beat. That's a 14. They add. Did I say 17? 17.
So you gotta go 16.
Give it a 16 or higher on your dice.
Do I use my spellcasting modifier, or have we already taken that into
Is that
We've
meets
taken
baits
it.
or is that?
Meets
Yeah,
beats.
so
16?
16.
Alright, but before I do that, I
This
need.
is counteract.
And you've still got one more.
Yeah.
Zero point left.
Yeah, no, I've still got one more.
You
Very
do
well.
indeed, so you could use that.
Well, first I've got to get past my stupefied thing.
Oh yes, flat check it to see. Don't roll
Was
less. Don't roll a 7 or less. As a 15, you get past. You look out. You see these memories of your past playing around. His eye seems to be feeding off them.
More crit.
But you
More crit.
line up your double vision as you see Mordred there. You pull forward your power, and let's see
Bless
if
this
it works.
morning, Lord. Can I get any help or help actions or?
So people could
I'm
give
not
you
helping
a help action, but they'll need to spend their action economy to do it.
Yeah,
so because you're right at the end of the
Mordred
order,
could.
I will let people
Yeah.
now sacrifice an action to give you a help action if they want to, but they'll lose an action for the next turn.
It's up to you guys.
We could actively hinder you. I think you're better off rolling myself.
Alright.
Crit help can go backwards, and this would be occultism. So not sure who's scrubbed.
And I'm stupefied, so I'm terrible.
You will be rolling badly with stupefied on that.
Oh.
There's an 11. You needed a 16. Hero point. You need a 6 or a
6,
7.
7,
This is
8,
very
9,
doable. This is
16,
very
17, 18, 19,
This is-
or 20.
Oh no!
3 for a 13 with the hero point. I'm afraid
Oh
not
no!
quite. You reach out. You see, as you do, Nimue, your old mentor, this time now with a look of recognition on their face, says to you something they would say all the time when you were training and casting your spells. Sloppy.
Oh.
As they reach out a hand, catching your charm spell midair and throw it to the side. Unfortunately, not successful.
She's a bitch.
Shit.
Was she always a bitch? Or is she just newly a bitch?
You see her turning her head a little at this. There seems to be something happening for her as this is going on. Almost like they're recognizing
Can I
who
put a pouty face on like my kids do?
Yeah, go for it. I don't know it'll
What,
be any
pouty
good.
face check?
Yeah, yeah. It's
No.
like, guys, want some dessert?
Oh,
Oh.
Dean Maricosa's up.
Yo, you gonna do something, you
Come
lazy
on,
bastard.
Dean.
Dean
You
Maricosa
better do. I've just wasted loads of actions rescuing you.
has
I could have,
reflexive counterspell,
I could have flensed stuff.
which means Dean
Oh.
Maricosa can counter the hags, can counter Nimue's counter.
Ooh.
That just happened then?
It could have done. Yep, she's going to counter that. Which means if she can counter that, then all you need to beat is the DC, which is very good.
So what, do you want me to roll again?
In a second, so this is some stupidly big numbers. Counterspell,
Are these just
Very
like
good,
two
thank you.
level 20 characters just going at each other?
pretty much. Dean
Gandalf
Maricosa
and
adds
Saruman, just
20.
stay
Am I
out,
just there in the background like
stay out of the way.
Okay, so Nimue rolls adds 30 to a counterspell check. So
39?
Nimue rolls 39. Dean Maricosa only adds 22. Only adds. But because they have
Glad I
heightened,
didn't start
I
using
believe.
the Maricosa and shit.
No, that's yeah. 3 actions.
So
Bonus.
that's-
So adds 22 to this. So needs a crit, I think. 39. Yeah, needs a crit.
Nine.
Unfortunately, isn't able to counterspell. Dean attempts to help you out, but can't do it either.
Alright. Back to where we were.
We're back to where we were.
Right, no one wants to look at that. Let's see how it is.
I don't know. Daddy.
What is the best thing they can do for you? Big B. Dean casts hypercognition on you. Does a couple of things. Lets you do 6 recall knowledge checks as one action, which is kind of incidental. But more for you, it also reduces your stupefied value by 2.
Ooh.
So you're down to stupefied at 1. In fact, sorry, she's going to cast that on Sibylla, probably.
Okay.
Yes, she will cast that on Sibylla just because line of sight.
Yeah.
Dean,
Spell's been doing my shit.
move, open door,
Hey, you
hypercognition. Sibylla, you feel your mind expand again. Your stupefied condition drops to. You were only on 2, so you're no longer stupefied.
Oh.
As you see, Dean helps you out with that.
Thanks, Dean.
And you get one attack off on it.
You see Nimue looks back over to you, Sibylla, and says, I know you. You fill me with disappointment.
Oh god.
Can you please make me a...
It's got hurt.
Yeah.
Her
Not
feelings
bad.
check.
Just disappointed.
Yeah.
Can you please make me a will save? As I won't make you roll for this, you recognize Nimue is casting another charm spell
On me.
on you.
Yeah.
What's the charm of
24.
24. Would you like to add that bonus to you have that plus 15 bonus? You've got 2 more.
Could I have added that plus 15 to that?
You did.
I did, okay. So does that just automatically apply, does it?
No. So you've got
No,
3
you
uses of it.
Yeah, I'll add the 15, please.
So 15. So you rolled a 20. Just then you rolled a 20. What? Sorry, 29.
24.
24. So 39 fail, but not critical fail, which means you get a chance to break this spell, unlike Mordred. So you also become charmed. So you're also against the party. But at the
Glad she
end of
doesn't
each of
consider
your
me a
turns,
threat.
you get another chance to break those.
Right.
Uh,
So just remind me, why do we get the plus 15 on things?
So Sivan at the moment is doing this big divination ritual, which is what the witch is also here for.
Yep.
But Sivan is able to fight against the magic a little bit, kind of like what you're going to do right now. So sometimes in a round they can give you a bonus, sometimes they can't. That's what that D4 does.
Right, understood.
And I rolled 3 on the last one, so they gave us the 3.
So 3 bonus. So best possible. Sivan right now is winning the fight. They're able to fight away.
I think you should roll some time.
That is 2 actions from them. They've got 1 more. They're going to. They have a ranged attack, which is just gross. Who designed this thing? They're going to stay more or less where they are. They're pretty happy. I think they might move back a little. Close and movement action. Savan's turn. Who wants to roll a d4?
Chris.
Chris.
A D4.
Yeah.
D4.
No.
You don't want to
You
roll
got
a
2.
4. Otherwise, you want to roll the
Just want to
highest.
see what I'm
You
doing.
want a 3.
2.
2 is good.
2 is
2
good.
bonuses. Still good. You see Savan again fighting off with 2 rounds at a pretty good roll. You see Savan's able to speak and calls out, "Destroy the machine! Destroy it!"
Okay.
Bigby, there's you.
Alright, so they're all upstairs?
Those yes.
Okay.
Stairs go up to this platform, or there's the door below.
I'm going to double move up the stairs.
Want to move up the stairs? Absolutely. Should get you there with 50 foot. It does. You up the stairs. You heading in?
Yep.
Wonderful. You drop right down there.
And I'll take a swing of that eye right there.
Go for it.
I'm going to use that plus 15,
Mhm.
so that's 29 plus 6 is 35.
That'll do it. I'll save you the trouble. They have 1 hit point.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
As you destroy them. And you see again, though, as you do that, they seem to have been alerted to your position as Nimue spins around. Getting this close to them, only 15 feet or so. Actually, that's probably hover down to protect the door. You can see that across her back, it's hard to see when there is the shadow, but she has an incredibly large, ornate scabbard that seems to be empty.
Oh, she gave us all
It's 2 spit takes with Nimue.
No, please.
1, 2, that's 3, Bigby. That is you. Drizella, that is your turn.
Okay. How far away is this thing that they're telling us to destroy?
It's inside this small room, so you've got to do either.
So I've
up the
got to get
stairs
in
or
it.
Through the door. Yeah.
Okay. And
So you'll take a double move action to get up the stairs, or a double action to go through the doors, unfortunately. Actually, you did triple to get through the door. It's 60 foot.
yeah. And Mordred is attacking.
Mordred looks very hostile.
Oh
I
no.
assume.
Oh no.
God,
He has
Mordred.
his sword pointed at you.
Okay. So I don't really want to cleanse Mordred.
That's considerate of him. That's considerate of him.
Well, I'm tempted, but I don't want to. So I'm going to use 2 actions
Mhm.
to use my domain focus spell,
Ooh.
Oh, was that the nightmare? Oh no.
which Drizella feels really bad about,
Mm.
but she's going to cast Waking Nightmare on Mordred.
Mordred, you have a -4 to this save.
So
Oh no, because fear.
it's a will save.
Oh no. Can I use my last hero point?
You can.
Where's my thing?
So my spell save's
But not if you don't have
18.
the card.
My spell save's 18.
18.
That's an 18 plus. What was it? Will? Plus
Will.
10, so that'll be 28 minus 4.
24.
So it's a success.
So that's a success. You're frightened too.
Okay.
She's very frightened.
As you have. What's Mordred's reaction as this Waking Nightmare spells cast?
Well,
What are the other
what
people's?
is the nightmare?
So it's a terrifying. So it fills your mind with a terrifying vision, and the vision that Drizella plants in your mind is you slaughtering all of your friends, and
that's fantastic.
them lying
You see
dead,
what
and you coming to your senses with everybody dead at your feet and bleeding,
Oh.
and your sword dripping in blood.
Had you critically failed that, I'd give you a chance to break the spell. But you didn't, so you don't.
Mordred will just say to you, like, while he's shaking his head, I knew you were just like her.
You've got one more action, Drizzle.
I'm heading upstairs.
Up the stairs. That's flat.
Good reason.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets you to the bottom of the stairs.
If you could see behind the mask, she'd look almost sad.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets you a lot of the way up the stairs. Mordred, that is you.
Oh god.
You're just disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
Lots of disappointment.
Can I say that, like, underneath, like, the real Mordred's probably fighting back, so there's just, like, a little tear running down his cheek. Even though he...
Deeply
Oh, I
sad.
Drizella is also actually really sad because, like,
Man,
nightmares, would they bonded over nightmares? So it would
Yeah.
be a.
Yes. Oh god. Mordred's gonna stride up next to Drizella.
Mhm.
like he's got an evil smile, but then like just a
The
tear rolling
tears.
down.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna take a swing at you.
Okay.
And he'll say before he takes a swing,
Mm-hmm.
even when you heal people, you hurt them. I'm gonna stop you from hurting anyone else.
You see, as you do this, Nimue reaches up a hand and just says, "Strike well. You can have 2d6 void damage if you hit." As you see,
A
Mordred's sword
natural
just
20.
collects
Oh!
shadows.
Brutal.
Natural 20 for a 28, which adds.
It's 28 crits.
Uh,
If it wasn't a crit already,
Yep.
Can I add to my?
you can add to your AC.
I can add 15 to my AC.
You haven't used those two bonuses yet. Yep, you
So
can
that's
indeed.
29.
So that gets your AC to 29. That still hits. That still crits.
Yeah.
That will last till Savan goes to bed. So-
Okay, so that's. Oh, finally!
And you've got that extra 2d6.
Sorry. That's 11 plus the
Mhm.
void damage,
You don't have void healing yet, do you? No.
which will be 14, 18 damage,
Ouch.
and then that's doubled.
18 doubled.
No, that's 18 is the base. Then do I double it?
You double everything. So yeah,
Yeah, so that's going to be.
So that takes it down.
36.
that's with a strike.
Nice.
Drizella is down.
Damn. Yep.
How does that interact with my cathartic mage?
They're not currently your ally, so it doesn't. The wording of charm is that they're currently your enemy.
So Slade on the stairs.
Slay on the stairs.
Valid.
Sickening.
To be
Yeah.
fair.
Sibylla, you have line of sight on that of Drizella going down.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Not dead, but unconscious. Just, dying is the condition you have.
Oh, dying one.
Dying 1.
Yeah. Okay. Add condition.
Actually, I think you might be doomed 1.
All right, doomed one
You
then.
are doomed. You're dying and doomed.
Okay. My
Doomed
soul has been
increases
gripped
your-
by a powerful force.
Doomed means doom effect means you're more likely to die. It increases the difficulty.
You
of
do have a blessing of the
death
Reaper,
saving
so.
throws.
Okay,
Mhm.
alright.
Very nasty stuff. Has
That's true. I get a benefit, don't I, on
Mordred, that's 2 actions. You still
doomed
have a third.
one and at a
Um,
condition?
Oh, God.
So am I doomed one and dying one?
Yeah.
What
doomed one
happens
die.
if you hit someone while they're down?
I don't think much of anything happens, as far as I understand it. I think it increases your doom condition. Let me check that.
That
You're
feels
bleeding
really
out
mean.
at
I'm not gonna
death's
do that.
door. If it ever reaches 4, you die. Taking damage. If you take damage while you're already dying, you increase dying condition by 1 or 2. If the damage came from attacker's critical hit or your own critical... hold on, sorry. If you take damage while you already have the dying condition, increase your dying condition value by
So
1
same as
or
the
2 if it's a crit.
So it's
Cool.
basically
Yeah, another failed bit. So it increases dying by 1, makes it harder to survive.
Yeah.
while Mordred's, doing this, I don't think he would hit someone like fundamentally, even if this is a different Mordred. He's going to go into the room,
Another dash
So another
action.
stride
Also, another stride gets you also.
so that's 30 feet.
Wonderful.
Could I
That's-
get myself up next to Big B?
Not
30.
with
It's
30,
reduced
I don't
by
think. 5,
Morbid.
10, 15, 20,
Oh, right,
25.
okay.
There's just nowhere to stand.
So does that mean my dying value is now 3 rather than 4 because I'm also doomed? Because your dying value to die is reduced by your doom value.
Oh, is that what doomed is? Sorry. It might
Yeah.
not be doomed then. It's
No, I think it is. So doomed accelerates the speed at which you die.
Yeah.
So
I thought it
if you
increased
get
the
no, so if you have to get to 4.
Wounded, I think is the
Yeah,
DC.
'cause you
Okay, is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm borrowing 2 different creatures' abilities. No?
So wounded.
Wounded one.
Okay.
Yeah. Dying.
Yeah, definitely.
Not, you're not going to die quicker. You just need to beat about 10%.
Fine. No worries.
Sibylla, that is you. Drizella's gone down. Otherwise, people are inside the room.
Emma, I'm so sorry for that.
Why? It's cool. If you gain the dying condition while wounded, increase your dying condition. No, it's the same. It doesn't increase hit point. It doesn't increase DC. It's exactly the same.
Doesn't
So,
wounded increase your dying condition though?
but it's the same as doomed. It's just the other way around. So, wounded plus 1 makes me effectively dying plus 2,
There's some
whereas
subtle differences. in
whereas
how it-
doomed drops your
now, because there's a lot of other
where you're
effects
trying
that-
to achieve.
There's other effects that play on wounded, and also because when you're dying, you reduce your dying condition, which will
Okay.
be more important if you have dying 4 compared to dying 4.
Oh, I see
So
what you
you
mean.
it'll make a bit more sense.
Yeah. I get it. Sorry.
They're similar, but funky.
Yep.
Anyway, none of that's terribly present.
Yep, no,
Chris,
sorry.
you've got an ally
Got it.
now, and everyone else is in the big room over here. You have line of sight on there. Oh, you're charmed. My apologies. Yeah. Your job's to get rid of Big B. How would you like to do that?
Just take the thing down.
Oh my god, this is going to be...
So everyone's
I hope
down
this
except
machine
me.
isn't very strong.
So
No, Mordred's on your
Drizella's
side.
down, Mordred is charmed, and you are charmed. So Big B's the only enemy left. Or the Dean, if you want to pick a fight with her.
Okay, so I'm fighting against my own.
Allies.
You're
Your same as
similar to
But
Mordred.
then I get to roll each
But
turn.
then you
Yes.
get to try to break it.
to
at the end of your
start
turn.
Of the turn or the end?
And
End of the turn, unfortunately.
Alright, so Big B, my friend.
You are stunned 1 though, which is good. So you only have 2 actions while you do it. No, ignore all of that. Different effect. You're not stunned. Who are you going for? Big B or the Dean?
No, I better go for the Dean.
They're probably the one more in range. Dean is 35 foot away.
Yep. I'll cast Frostbite.
Nice. Is that a save or an attack roll?
It's a. Oh, yes, it'll have to do a basic fortitude save.
Yep. Wonderful. What can you tell me your spell save DC?
19.
That's what I thought, yeah.
They're going to succeed on it,
Okay.
which I think means they still take half damage. Did you say basic? Basic
Yeah, basic.
fortitude? Cool. That means they take half damage if they succeed. So still give us a roll for damage.
So instead of rolling 2d4 or 1d4,
If you like. I think the maths skews that a little bit, doesn't really matter.
it'll do the trick.
Yeah.
3.
3. You see they take a little bit of cold damage. you see they kind of look over and wonder what's going on. That's 2 actions. You've got a movement. You've got 1 more action left if you want to take it. You can go closer to the dean. You can go back into this hallway. You can start moving towards this mess. Entire space.
This mess.
I'll just stay where I am.
Yeah, that's
At
right.
least that's this combat encounter.
Give us a will save. Try to break this charmed condition.
Do you have any like modifiers to the will save, or is it just a straight will save?
You've got a plus 15 you can use, yeah. You also add whatever you would normally add to will saves, which is plus 8. So you're adding 23 to that dice.
Alright, I shall do that. 35.
35 does not cut it, unfortunately. It's needed 40. However, you see the Dean Maricosa, is a teacher. Teachers get a really fun ability, which is just called Not Like That. Roll the dice again.
That's so fun. Not
Take
like
the higher
that.
of the two. As you see, the Dean says, No! Strengthen the temples!
That was even worse.
That is unfortunate. You see the Dean goes, something they're not cut out for this.
Sad pedagogy.
Unfortunately, just yelling students do better doesn't do the trick. You do have to get a plus 1 to your next attempt to save that. So next time you'll add plus 23.
Right.
In fact, Dean spends an action.
It's nice of Dean to do that when I frostbited him.
Well, she seems to know what's going on. In fact,
Oh, it's Dean's a female. I didn't
yeah,
realize.
Dean's a
I
she.
keep thinking because it's the name.
Dean is
Dean.
the title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not his name. It's not the name.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dean.
Hey, hello, Dean.
That's Mr. Dean. No, that's Mrs. Dean. Dean IDs the spell. Dean does not have Dispel Magic, but does have Mind Probe.
That's
Which is a 5th level spell that does a lot of bullshit that's not relevant, but it also lets you attempt to end charmed conditions again.
Oh, so I can have another
You
crack
can
at
make that roll again, and you add a plus 2 bonus.
That's
So if you want to spend that other plus 15 you've got, that means you're now adding 26. You just need to hit a 14 on the dice, or better. How are you looking? Got any hero points left?
No, can I donate a hero point?
I'll allow.
Given that they're floating around in my
Yeah.
dead body.
Thank you.
As you might want to, however, keep it for yourself.
Got one.
Oh, you've got one. How are we doing?
That was a 15.
That was a 15 on the dice. You, with the help of the Dean climbs into your mind.
It's the
and you
Dean's hero
see,
point.
in your memories, the moment that this charm happened, and kind of get stuck in that moment until Dean, in the memory, just going, "Come on, wake up! There's things to do!" As you suddenly pull yourself out of it and are back with it.
Is it noticeable that I'm back with it, or can I like pretend I'm still out of it?
Ooh,
That's fun.
I don't think you know when the charmed spell ends because you can't willingly end it early. So yeah, I'm going to say so you have this spell. You would know that there's no way to know when it stops working on the target.
Okay.
So if you can deceive successfully or performance successfully, the Skull Witch won't know what's happening.
Do I have to do the check now?
Yeah, give us a check now just to see if you can like kind of hide coming out of
Alright,
this.
I'm going to do a deception check.
Okay.
16?
Interesting. We'll see what happens with that 16. I've got to keep some mysteries.
Yes.
Skull Witch's turn. You see they say enough of this and drift towards you quickly.
Jesus.
That's fun.
I've still got plus 15.
Yeah, you're fine.
Use that.
32 to hit.
AC.
You're kidding me. That makes it.
Unless you use the 15.
No, if I use the 15, it makes it. So I won't use the 15, I guess.
How many hit points does Bigby currently have?
24.
Not anymore.
I'll just look on that screen there. to reveal the number of damage they just did.
Oh my god.
You see, they come up to you. You see they quite nonchalantly just grab you around the neck and just throw you against the wall. And your beat is out.
Join me in dying one.
Really? Exactly 32 and exactly 24 damage.
Look,
Fucking hell.
it is not my business. It is.
You didn't get Mordred's only good
of
roll.
the dice. 32 and 24 exactly.
Yeah, I love how
I'm the only one that
good
was
rolls
just about to like smash that machine. So
You ready to do?
Literally
Yeah, I think she knew that.
So close.
I think she knew that.
Big B.
We'll be fine.
Uh,
I'm not worried.
you become dying 1, which then gets 2 more actions, and you become dying 3.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
As you see, they just with a sorry, actually become dying 2. They're not going to hit you again. They'll use a cantrip, hit you with a spell while you're out. So you're dying 2.
Out of condition at the top right.
Big B, that's then your turn.
Out of
So
condition,
then
it's at the top right next to us.
Dying runes. Woo.
dying rolls are a little actually not that bad once you know what you're doing. So you're dying 2. So you've now got to roll a DC 12 flat check. That is
Oh,
unfortunately
no.
a critical fail.
Oh my god. What does that mean?
That means you increase your dying condition by a 9. That puts you at dying 4.
Dying 5 is it.
Dying 5 is it. You don't want to die any more than that. Big.
More dying than me.
Drizella,
Yes.
let's see if that's still the case.
Okay.
Check for you. You're on dying
I am on
3.
dying 1.
Dying 1.
Dying 1, wounded 1.
Dying 1, wounding 1.
on full
Uh,
health.
let's
died
give
in
us
one shot.
a 11.
So did roll.
2.
Oh my
2.
god.
Is that
Exactly
critical
what I did.
fail?
That's what I
No,
rolled.
1 would be a critical fail.
Oh,
but it's
damn
just
it.
regular, so you're on dying 2.
Dying 2.
Mordred,
Yeah.
you're good. You're golden.
You know what's funny is I have a healing potion, but you
Same
know,
here.
I didn't get a chance to swallow it
No,
because I
same
died
here.
after 1 shot.
It's
You're
fine.
golden.
Fuck.
I don't.
I stride over to Big B.
And you kill me.
What do you?
Oh,
straight
no,
over
I
to
said I wasn't gonna do it.
What do you do to Big B? As they lie there unconscious.
Sorry, can I reverse that? Because
Yeah,
earlier
sure.
I said
I
that
said I was
wasn't
going to chop
going
your
to
head
stab
off.
it.
Now you're going to chop my head off.
Yeah, I want to, but
Please
it's
do.
like even Mordred, if
Just
he's
do it.
evil, wouldn't do that. So he'll walk out
Mhm.
until he's in line of sight of Dean Maricosa.
Yep. You can get there with 1 movement action.
And then I'll cast a daze spell, which isn't very much.
So the dean looks over at you and says, "Not you 2." That's a will
So
save.
save. They'll probably pass it.
They do have pretty good will. 43.
Yeah, that's good.
Critical success, I'm assuming. So not.
And that's my turn.
Sibylla. You see your friends are down. Mordred is in a terrible place. What would you like to do?
Alright. I'm out of the charm on it, am I not?
You are indeed.
Thank God, otherwise we would have all out.
Alright. So,
She's on 7 hit points.
where... This is our reach,
This is Nimue. In fact, let me check the Nimue.
and that's Big Bay.
And that is
So, the witch is the only enemy.
the witch is the only enemy. Although Mordred is still rocking around with a sword and a bad attitude.
Really pretty sword.
Yeah, despite everything that's happened, I'm still going to attack Mordred.
Absolutely.
I love how
Go for it.
everyone's being nice to him and he's just like, no mercy.
Oh,
You never
there'll
attacked
be-
me,
There will
otherwise I
be
would have smacked the
comeuppance.
shit out of you.
Particularly for the hag reference, you know, there will be some comeuppance potentially. But it is not this day.
That'll come
Stand.
Stab you in the
Man
back.
of the West. I'm going to cast a phase bolt
Mhm.
at the witch.
Nice.
I should just call him way. And it is 26,
We get the-
25
Did we get the
to hit.
Savan turn?
Oh, let's
You
see.
used. No, Savan's not gone yet. Sorry, Savan
Wasn't
went.
just my go.
Oh, Savan went before you, so sorry, they
Yeah.
should have done. Who wants to roll a d4? I don't think Emma's had a turn yet.
1.
One.
That's one. plus
One. You've
15,
got one
you can
bonus. You can use it if you want.
What's that?
15.
That
You can
plus
get
15
15
bonus.
when you roll 26.
25.
25, I would use
I
it.
assume that's not enough. So yes, I will use it.
That brings you up to 40, which is almost a crit, but not quite. But still a hit.
That's good.
Right.
Actually, sorry. I just changed the token over.
Are you the only one
Uh,
who's hit Nimue so
Yes.
far?
No, I hit him way.
Oh, you hit Nimue?
Yeah.
45 is a crit.
No, you got 40.
You got
Yeah,
40?
40.
40 is not a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, damn. Definitely hits.
Why dangle it in front?
Look, I'm also learning the system. There's so many buttons here.
No,
so
I know.
many
I'm just being
buttons.
shit. 10?
10.
I'm just
10.
looking at this sticker, realising that I have not actually now survived the Atrix caterpillar.
Nor did you get a bio. Yeah.
No,
that's it. 10 damage. You, again, fly off this bolt of your own.
Although this one
your
remains.
own mentor, who turns around from whatever they were doing with Bigby's corpse and says, "You're improving. Well done."
Oh, it's so patronizing.
Dean is going to go. Dean.
Like a really hard level 2 battle.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're not meant to win this.
I just wanted to destroy the thing, and I was just about to do it. I was so close. I'm just going to pull out my hammer and just smack
What do we
the
have to
shit out of it.
What do we have to destroy?
With architecture.
This machine in the middle is one of the ways. So you've still got your third action, by the way, Sibylla.
Yes. I don't know if any of my spells would work on a machine.
A lot of them will. Depends on the spell. So, you've got Phase Bolt will work on a machine. Frostbite probably won't, but Caustic Blast definitely will.
Right, well, I can't use it this turn because I've used my 2 goes.
You've got a third go, so you can move somewhere if you want to start getting in position.
Yeah, well, because it's a 30-foot range, so I'll try and move closer. So.
If you move here, you'll be able to see the machine.
Yep.
Nice.
That's what I should do.
You see the dean runs to the top of the stairs and says, "Oh, this wasn't in the budget. Can the two of you give me a flat d20 roll, the two who are dead?" Oh. Emma, just give me a d20 roll.
I can give you a d20 roll. 8!
Oh my god.
Oh, we rolled the
Eight and
same.
eight. Nice. Less than 10. Unfortunately, you don't wake up. Your dying condition is 0.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
As you see,
I'll take
they
that.
produce a scroll as they open it, a bright flood of light. Scroll of stability. Basically, a magic first aid kit. That
Both of us?
for both of you. Yeah.
And what about my woundedness?
Wounded is also 0.
Zeroed. Okay.
Wounded is 0. Dying is 0. Wounded is 0.
But,
No, stupefied still up.
and 0 hit points, still unconscious.
Points still more.
Yep.
Still unconscious,
Cool.
But not.
But not dying. Which is better than
Thank
it
you,
was.
Dean.
Thank
I
you,
thought it
Dean.
was good.
Like, it's a good job I untied her.
Savan's.
As opposed to just
Well,
go,
especially one battle away from death just then.
I nearly left her there.
Anybody?
Oh,
I'd
it's
like
back
to.
to
Oh,
Mordred
Dean, would you
again.
like to? Give us a roll.
Oh, jeez.
What's the roll? It's so bad. Here's another 4.
It's
That's a
turn.
turn! Yay! Good work, Vicky.
Big.
See, I care about you all.
Yeah, of course you do.
You are so you're down. There's not much you can do until you're healed. But while you're down, you do have a blessing of the Reaper, which will get you up on 1 hit point if you want to use it.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lying there, kind of looking at the battle from above, not unlike this map just in front of you, as you kind of feel a presence, not unpleasant, standing next to you. And you kind of turn to see the Reaper, this cloaked skeleton carrying a scythe, very the depiction of death. And you see they don't so much as speak as you just kind of understand what they have to say, which is that you've done a great service to those who helped me. You have kept the dead where they belong, and I would seek that you stay where you belong. You only get this once. I will be back. And you wake up on the ground in cold sweat.
Nice.
1 hit point. Nimue, fully back turned, looking at Sibylla, which is off guard, which means you get +2 to hit if you want to attack them, or there is the machine next to you. You can do anything you like.
Okay.
That's
Do I
all
still
top of your
get
turn. You've got
3
3 actions.
Okay, cool. I would like to pull out my war. So for devised strategy, I'm wondering if stupefy affects it. It says you assess a foe's weakness, whatever. Choose a creature that sees 20. Blah blah blah. Where is it?
I think it probably will.
It says you can use your intelligence modifier instead of your strength or dexterity modifier, but it says it's on strength or will checks. Intelligence or will checks that stupefy effects.
It says checks, not attacks, so I'm inclined to allow.
Specifically says it's spell attacks, but doesn't specifically say like this is like kind of in a grey area. So I don't know.
You're only on stupefied 1, right?
3.
3. Okay, so that means you'll be taking a 3 bonus.
I'm still going to use it because it bumps up the damage and also it'll give me a +1
It
versus
says
a
you take
+0.
a status penalty equal to its value on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks and DCs.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why, like, on my thing, it's automatically appealed to all my checks on the side here, but it actually hasn't affected my.
Here we go. Let
my
me
base
see. Let
ones.
me see what Foundry reckons just by automatic
Including
rules.
will saving throw, spell attack, roll, spell DCs. Spell checks and resistance.
Foundry reckons. Foundry says it's okay. Let's go by Foundry rules just to save debating
Cool.
it. So yeah,
So I
you
get
can.
+4.
You won't need to use that minus.
Okay, cool. So I will hit with my Warhammer.
Might retcon it at high levels, but for now that's fine.
Sweet. Okay, so that is going to be a 8 is 24 plus we got 2 of those plus 15s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will use one of those.
What
to
are you
make it
targeting
39
currently?
for the machine.
39 of the machines are crit.
Yeah, I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm going to roll D8 and D6. So it's both. Double, so D8. Fucking hell, really? So that's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage. Well, actually, technically, it is 4 bludgeoning and 2 bludgeoning and 4 precision.
For precision, so 6, doubled to 12, because it's a
No,
crit.
6.
Oh, you've doubled that already?
Doubled,
6.
I
You
rolled a
go
1
in,
and a 2.
knock the top. You do see, however, at this point, the shadows of Nimue circling around the small wall of the walls that have been dousing candles and fighting with Savan quake horribly as you strike this machine. You got a 6, so it's just DC 10. I'll get you to roll the dice just so we can all see it. And if you just roll me a d20.
Yep, that's an 8.
That's an 8. 8 is not necessary, but you see the shadows remain solid but still quiver and shake. As you see a little spark of light fly up from the machine into the air as Nimue turns to look at it and seems concerned. Drizella, that is you. You also have that Blessing of the Reaper if you want it. Otherwise, you just need to wait for someone to heal you.
Could we only have used that if we were stabilised? That Reaper thing, when would that have brought us back anyway?
So you can either use it to succeed on a death save or to go up to 1.
Yes, okay.
So there was a light that.
Yeah, a light of some kind came off the machine.
I'm
Almost look like
not going to use my Blessing of the Reaper.
Would you call it kaleidoscopic?
For what reason? You start to see the battle from a distance, having a near-death experience, floating in the air. And you also become aware of the Reaper next to you. They don't seem in any sort of a hurry. They're saying, if nothing changes, we will be travelling together soon. You've done me a great favour, but if you wish to wait, I have all the time left in the world.
It is an interesting space between the living and the dead.
Indeed it is.
I shall take the time to just feel it for a moment.
While you're in this space, give me a religion check.
Oh. Oh.
I hate people doing nothing when they die.
Oh, no, you know.
Especially in campus, a bit.
Okay. 8 again.
Okay.
Oh,
You like
which
it?
is for religion is 8 and something. 8, so it's 16 for religion.
With a 16, you see Nimue looks a little differently in this space. You see the body of someone who looks to be, again, definitely the same person, but looks, there's none of these glowing lights, there's none of this horrible green fog coming out of her mouth. She looks almost peaceful, but just a woman drowned.
And is she in this space? Is she interactable in this space?
It's hard to say. You could try if you like.
I'm going to try and cast message on dead Nimue in this, in the nearly dead space.
What do you say in this gap between words?
I have no idea, and I speak in common and then in Necrol. I have no idea what befell you, but this will not avenge that death.
You see almost like someone stirring from, not quite a sleep, but a stupor, or as if they were simply unaware of another presence. The green glowing head with the eyes and the fog that's currently scowling at Sibylla remains, but the peaceful drowned woman looks towards you as the two of them seem to separate slightly. The drowned woman replies in the message. I am so sorry. My death was not my own.
Well, should you wish us to avenge it, then please let me know something that we can use to do that before I either get carried onwards or ripped back into, defeating your green version.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh God, my strength. Undead diplomacy. I could heal her with my undead healing spells. Oh, diplomacy. Yes. 8! Fucking hell.
my God.
So it's 9. That's like the 4th 8 I've rolled in a
That's
row.
wild. With a 9, you see she says, there is something that could be used against me. My waters would call me home. And I think that's all you're going to get for now. We'll come back to you next round. You can use that reap token at any time.
Yep.
Remember, you also get
Mordred.
a hero token.
Oh yeah,
What
to
is
reroll.
that to-
Yeah,
Oh,
in
yeah,
fact,
you get a hero point, actually.
I'll use my hero point to reroll
Yeah.
the
The
diplomacy.
diplomacy check, yeah, that's
Thank
okay.
you. Seeing
And
as
now
I'm
your 8
dying.
can be an 18.
Could be. Yeah. Watch you roll an 18 now, which is pretty good.
Could I use the 15 as well? No, I'm dying. So I probably lost that.
Oh,
15!
15.
25.
So,
No,
yeah.
just the 15.
So it'll be 16.
So 16. I will let you use the plus 15 if you want to. I don't think there's any reason prophecy
Oh,
doesn't work
yeah.
on the dead.
Plus 15.
Wonderful.
So
So 31.
31.
Says much the same thing. Says there is a way you could stop me. The waters of Pendragon will call me home. The waters of Pendragon.
Okay.
As I suspected.
Mordred.
Yeah.
That's you.
We use the blood of Pendragon. I know a source.
I surely would have heard the machine being damaged, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There is this almighty sound of metal against metal.
It's got 1 whole hit point.
Mordred turns around, strides over to you.
5, 10, 15, 20,
I've got 30.
25. Oh yeah, you do too.
And he'll say, "You never had mercy on those innocents, the plague-ridden, those who had already surrendered."
You're rolling this with
That's
a lot
an
of
18.
ferocity.
Hey, I'm getting into character. That'll be a 26.
Slaughtering the
Yeah,
party.
That's
what
what
happens-
far too
That's
much.
what happens when you
That
go
gets
to dinner
you
with the governor.
29.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
rolled a 20.
No, I get to 20. I get to 32.
And 2. Oh, wow. Cool.
I think because I probably got new armor since
Yeah,
your-
that's all good. I'll fix it up there. I'll take your words for it. 32. Yep, that doesn't hit then.
Okay, I'll try and hit again.
As you bring down your sword, cane sword up in the air, blocking it if you like.
There's a hammer in one hand that cancels the other.
Hammer in one, cans from the other. Absolutely. Uninterrupted focus on this machine. Hammer onto it.
Except now that I've
And
had
you
to
can't
waste
use
that
it
plus
twice.
15. No, that's it. I'm out of plus 15.
So that's going to be a 20.
That AC is for the round.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's for the whole. Okay.
Oh.
Sweet. Sick. Okay,
Can I?
that's-
Okay, I wouldn't have done that then. Sorry,
I don't-
can I just retcon?
I don't think you know that. I'm going to leave that.
Oh,
as
okay,
one
yeah,
action.
fair enough. Sorry, I wasn't
No,
sure if that
that's-
was like a physical thing that you could see.
Yeah, so you go there, hit, no damage. Moderate. Sibylla, that is you.
Alright. I'm wanting to cast Caustic Blast,
Mhm.
but I'm wondering if an acid into this machine is going to harm or help it.
Acid into that machine will
I think it'll.
probably
No,
just.
So when you put a pool filter into
Oh
acid,
yeah, like
it
clean
cleans
the
it.
gears,
Like,
get them turning a
yeah,
little
it
bit more.
cleans it.
I know, I might cut all the
I
grease
know
off
what it's
and then
going
it
to
just
do.
runs.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you spend your third action to do a crafting check and try to determine this if you like.
Yes, I shall. Can I do it before I cast it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crafting is.
Crafting's one of those little used skills that's great when you have.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 on crafting.
That'll do it. Actually, yeah, that'll do it for this sort of a basic check. Not only will acid damage this thing, this has acid vulnerability 5. So acid will do much harm to it.
Brilliant. I shall cast the. Oh, I believe though that the Caustic Blast might do some splashback on anyone who's nearby.
It will. So
They
you
have to make
can-
they have to make a reflex save.
I think Bigby will probably be having to make that if you want to target Nimue and the machine. If you just want to hit the
If I
machine,
make the
that's
save,
okay.
do I take any damage?
You'll have to.
I'll
crit
just
succeed.
try and hit the machine then. I'm just wondering whether that was automatic, that there's a splashback sort of
So
thing.
it's automatic splash, but that's like just a 5-foot area, so you can just kind of hit a little bit to the left.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
Bigby,
Oh,
you
yeah,
probably see
5.
that though. Sibylla lining up with her wand and then pulling away, not hitting the witch, choosing to spare you the damage to instead go.
So
down.
I don't actually have to roll to hit with this.
No, you don't, and it's a machine, so it just gets a 10, which I assume is a fail. In fact, I know it's a fail. I'm looking at your stats, so you can just roll the damage.
Excellent. So that would be 1d8. If I can find a d8 somewhere. Here you go, brilliant. And it's an 8.
Nice. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It had 4 already. No, it had 6 already. That's 30. Give us a dice roll if you'd be so kind. If you hit a 15 or higher,
Is this a d20?
a d20, yep. 15 or higher, something very good happens. Unfortunate. 3. You see bits of the machine melt off. One of the kind of big arms of it fully combusts out, hits the ground, but the core machinery is still turning.
So you wasted all those 20s right at the start.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not a 15, it's a 5. It's opposite. Once you hit 40 damage, it's a you just hit
It's
a not
still-
crit fail, but you still fail with the 40. But you can see it's getting
You're
more
dangling
damage.
the
It doesn't
carrot.
have more. Doing my best.
Can I blow on it?
No, that's Bigby's specialty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dean Maricosa. Dean Maricosa is going to try some medicine on you,
On who?
on Drizella.
Okay.
Drizella does not have medicine training. Dean Maricosa is definitely not going to do that. Oh,
So, if the America, so yeah, I've got a bag with what looks like surgical instruments in it. If Dean Maricosa wants to try and,
They'll absolutely just give that a go.
oh, I've got healing potions and all sorts in a healer's kit and all sorts of random shit in my bag of tools.
She'll probably pop a health potion for you.
That's fine. So I've got so in my gear I've got one lesser healing potion and one minor elixir of life.
She'll grab the lesser healing potion.
Okie
That's
dokie.
what I should have done. Should have dropped my
You regain 2d8 plus 5. Okay.
2d8 plus 5.
If I can roll all the 8s, that would be great.
That'd be good. It's only fair, really.
It'd be 1, 1. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
Yep. And I'll take this out my inventory.
That is Savan's turn. Anyone like to roll me a d4?
Haha! I'm not the only one cursing the party.
That's unfortunate.
That's why she was laughing.
Sorry.
You see Nimue cast a finger over to Savan, and without touching him, pushing against the wall, and he says, "Do the spell, changeling."
Did Dean Maricosa have 2 more actions, or did it
Dean Maricosa had to move over.
move, open, and feed? Yeah, okay.
Healing is expensive.
That's fine.
Bigby.
I wave goodbye to the drowned lady.
Yeah, you see the Reaper also says, "Until next week." As you wake up on the ground,
See ya.
a little less violently than Bigby did.
Hmm.
Not calling in a favour with God to come back to life. We'll do that for you. Bigby, that is you.
I am not going to use my. I need the action of me, so I'm not going to use the potion. I'm going to
Taking a risk. Let's see if it works.
first. I'm going to do an architecture law check on the.
Of course.
I'm afraid this is not architecture. This is full
Oh,
machine.
shit.
You can do a crafting
fine.
check,
Alright,
but not architecture law.
crafting.
You can
is
do
fine.
architecture law on the dome you're in, but not on the fine machinery.
Okay, I'll do a crafting check because I want to know if my ice, my breath spell is going to do more damage than just smacking it with my. So
Nice.
that's 22.
22 will be enough. I will hold to this because we said we're reflavoring that not as ice but as wind.
Yep.
That will do the same damage as your weapon, so it's just if the numbers will be bigger.
Oh, okay.
You do know, however, if that's a save, it will fail the save because it's a still fixed object.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna just make attacks at it.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
think I'm gonna do. And then three bonuses. DC's I'm just gonna smack at it twice. Actually, so
Go
first one's plus 4.
Oh,
Fucking hell. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Hit.
6 won't cut it, I'm afraid. You strike the metal, but to no effect.
Next one is good.
Oh my god.
Seriously? That's a 0 to hit?
You put all you have into attacking this thing, only to beat on it pointlessly. Unfortunately, that's Nimwe's turn.
Oh no.
Oh, God. Well, the Reaper said he'd see me again soon. It's going to be very soon.
You see Big wears a big collared cloak.
Yeah.
So they put their hand on the back of your cloak and just push you backwards so the cloak gets caught in the comms. So you start to just get pulled closer into the gearing
Oh,
zone
that's kind of
yeah.
cool.
as one action. And then is going to leave you. That's one shove. You can let's actually roll to see if it works. Because technically it should. What's your fortitude save modifier?
Plus 4.
It's 4. Yeah. They succeed at shoving you. They're very big and scary. Boom, into the gear. Start of your next turn, that's going to become a problem. They then fly over to Savan. you hear them say, "The ritual has failed. Give yourself some use before you go. Tell me where I can find the alternative." And then reaches a hand, places fingers upon their skull. You see another eye come out of their hand and into Savan's forehead before coming back out into the hand as Nimue says, "Good." And then begins flying 30 foot up into the air. As they seem to be away.
So they like extracted memories from Savan by the looks of it.
It definitely seems like you haven't had that mind-altering effect, but Bigby, as you're being pulled back and see this happening, because they're literally standing with you to do this, it does look an awful lot like what those eyes were doing to you earlier. Drizella, that is you.
Okay. Can I get into that
Sure
room?
can. It's one action to stand up and another to move, but then you're in there.
So that's 2 actions?
2 actions. In fact, 2 actions. If you wanted to, as you're moving in there, you do pass Nimue as they're flying up past these stairs. You don't need to do anything with that, just let it know.
No, I'm not going to do anything. No, I'm going to move into the room, but my third action, because I can't attack because my weapon's stowed, and I haven't got anything that will harm that thing.
You see, as you choose not to engage, they go past. They say, "Give your matron my regards."
I cast message as they fly off and go, I will avenge you, the Water Pendragon.
Their face darkens quite dramatically as you say that. They
Turn around, come back and kill us all.
you can definitely see they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're going to do a perception check, see if they know what would bother you real quick. Perception.
I'm staring them down with my intimidating glare through my blood-covered plague mask.
So they hold out a hand and use telekinesis and pull the mask from your face. With their second action, they grab their own off the ground and then they begin flying.
Oh!
As you see what they say, I know what it is to lose who you are. Up into the air. That will be. That's what they're going to do on their turn. The mask starts to move off your face. The other one from them, and you can interrupt. There's a full round for that, but that is what their turn will be. That's your 3. Mordred,
Okay.
that's you.
I'm next to Big B.
Yeah.
Whack. Sorry, Big B. I'm going to use my prophecy's pawn to re-roll that.
To kill you properly.
I get to impose disadvantage on you at the future time. Do I? Wonderful.
Does that... So, was that just for hero points or any
That's just
fortune
hero
effects?
points.
Okay. That's 10.
That is not it.
Okay, you missed
Give me a luck check.
The machine's not ripped yet, is it?
4.
You miss so dramatically as to hit the machine. Roll damage.
Oh no. I
As
meant to
Big
do
B,
that.
you see this coming, time it, and just kind of pull yourself out the way a little.
8.
8 damage. 8 brings that up to 34. Someone roll me a d20. You want to hit at this point a 4 less. Less?
4. That's
Don't-
4 more.
You want to roll a 4 or more, sorry.
6.
6? That will do it. As you see
That's a
Mordred's
pretty low
misplaced
bar.
blade through this thing, the final gears
I win.
blocking on the sword as the machine, horrible crunching sound, springs flying off, You're on 1 hit point still?
Yeah.
I need to make me a fortitude saving throw to avoid this thing's
Would it be a
Death effect.
reflex or 40?
reflex. Sorry, reflex.
Oh no.
I think he's dead again.
10.
10. It's not going to cut this. Everyone's in range of that, so I need throws for
I got +8 on that, by the way.
That's rough. That's
I've got my
really
last
rough.
3 rolls have been 2
20.
2s and a 1.
That's a success.
Am I
Change
okay?
dice, it did not help.
Oh no, you're outside, aren't you? Yeah, you're good, Sibylla.
Yeah, that's good.
But Drizella, you're also
19.
19 is also a success. So the two of you only take 4 points of damage.
Damn, I was going to do a
Can I shield block as a reaction?
Yeah. Means Big
Oh.
B goes down. Sorry, Big B. But you got the machine, bro. More or less. Mordred, we're going to call that 3.
3 damage.
No actions.
Reaction.
That's stride, hit, shield. Oh, yeah.
Shield block's a reaction.
Shield block's a reaction, so you've got your third action.
And Nimwe's still going.
Nimue is currently 30 foot in the air, soon to be a lot more than that.
And Big V is down.
Big B is down.
Um,
Savan is
Smack me again, give me some dice.
sword.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I will cast guidance on Nimue as she goes.
Fly safe, fly true. Do you say anything as your dear friend is leaving this?
My friend.
I'll find you again.
Your mother will find you first. And with that, the charm effect.
Was that a
Oh.
mom joke?
Yeah.
That's Sibylla, that's you. If you want to do anything, so it looks like Nimue is about to fly off into the sky to speed. None of you hope to match.
She knows my
You've got your turn if you want to take it. Though.
How far away is Nimue?
Nimue is about 50 foot.
I don't know if anything I can do.
It's probably not much.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
When I snap out of that, because Big B's down, would that trigger my cathartic mage?
Yeah, I think it triggers 3 times from 3 deaths you've just witnessed. That sounds chaotic enough.
So what does that mean?
But what happens when it triggers once?
I get to stride, and then I get to add this stuff for the healing.
There you go.
Is there still
Stride
a,
thrice and add it thrice.
is there still an eyeball?
There is still an eyeball, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It seems to be moving as well.
I'll kill the eyeball. Or attack the eyeball.
Gonna get rid of the last eyeball? Yeah, go for it. You've still got, no survival bonus this time.
I might do a caustic blast to the eyeball. See if it likes acid.
I think that's a save, isn't it?
That's a basic reflex save.
Yep, wonderful. Give us some damage. Reflex save. Critical fails. These things add 0 to their saves.
So that's 8.
You fire off a bit of acid and this thing is done. That is that. Nimue spends 2 actions. Mask gets their mask, flies up. His effect is pretty quickly leaving in the sky. We'll probably end combat there, unless anyone has anything really long range they want to throw at her. Wonderful. That
For insults.
is, yeah, insults. That'll do it.
Shake harder, boy.
Big B is still down. Anyone have any healing? Oh, you've got the whole reaction.
She's got
Yeah,
all
go
the
for it.
healing
Go for it.
going.
Are you out of your charmed state now?
I
Yeah,
am now.
and you are.
'cause she was like,
Oh,
your
you're
mother
right
will
anyway,
find
aren't
you
you?
and then stop my charm. I'm gonna 3 action heal everyone.
Nice.
So that's gonna be a 1d10. D10. Oh, that's gonna be 10. I just need to find my cathartic mage. Sorry,
Okay.
I hate where it is.
You see
Are you healing
Nimue-
everyone or just the people within the immediate vicinity of
you're in
Everyone
agreement.
within 30 feet.
the who's make up?
You see Nimue flying up into the air, puts back on the deer skull mask, and just fades into the dark of the sky.
Okay, so you get 12 hit points, and everyone else gets 11 hit points.
Sweet. Thank you.
And Mordred's just over you, and he's like, I'm sorry.
Ah, it's perfectly fine, my lad. You're clearly under the influence of some
Do
kind
I
of spell.
remember what I did?
Yeah, everything. You were fully conscious the whole time. Everything you did was entirely your choice.
I take my sword and I
Yeah,
throw it.
Sibylla doesn't easily just forgive as this one.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking like it's just common sense. Like I know, of course,
Yeah.
like this happened.
It's probably a regular Tuesday for Big Ben.
Or it's more just like he doesn't hold a grudge if it doesn't make any sense. Like it's like clearly he was possessed, so like it would to him I think it would just seem dumb to hold a grudge. So it's like
You seen
Sibylla is
Mariposa
long-lived. She's
climbing
held
in,
grudges for 30 plus
fully
years.
pulls a
That's
dagger
fine.
and grabs Saban by the collar and puts it up to their throat.
Who did that?
whoa! He was
Dean
possessed too.
Mariposa. So it says they were possessed indeed, but they weren't when they built this contraption.
Oh, fair enough.
You see Saban.
Building a contraption's no reason to kill someone.
I have no intent. Puts the dagger away, seeing the four of you, not quite as atoms they might have thought. And
Oh,
says,
actually, before you go any further, is my cloak still stuck in this machine?
It is, when the machines broke, you're free, but you've got the back of your cloak like ripped off.
Oh, so the cloak's just ripped.
You need a
Unless you'd
tailor.
like to be trapped.
I'd like to be trapped
Yeah,
because I think it'd be
go for
cool. So I want it because I want beast-skin shape into my wolf form, just so that I can use the claw to like rip off the cloak.
Totally not excessive. Love that. You see
I've
Mariposa
got it, so I want to use it every now and then for flavour.
disappears the dagger and says, "We will be keeping this one for some question."
Fair enough. I can help question if you like. I'm
Uh,
still in beast-skin form, so it's scarier.
and you see
Right.
Mariposa kind of looks all of you over and says, "Perhaps when you are well again, that would be good. I
I'm at half health.
am terribly sorry for what happened to you here." And kind of checks over Sibylla. You're okay. You're all right. Nobody's died. Puts a hand on let me just check something real quick.
Was Dean Mariposa the one who needed us to find Mirabella?
She
Yes.
was indeed.
Which is what I was going to say to her next. We found you.
Yeah.
And I've got,
Yes,
and I'll produce the pendant.
You see, she says, you found Mirabella then. Good. And you see, just like one hand kind of just holding onto Saban's shoulder the whole time. Says, I'll fix you up for that later, you understand. And at this point, you can, and kind of after a moment or two, you finally hear some of the campus security you saw around earlier, these enchanted suits of armour heading in the door. As the Americans begins to speak with them, says, "I'd ask you all to stay a moment if you would, and needs you four to talk by yourselves."
Sure.
If anyone has
So,
anything to say.
Can I?
Anyone got plans
Hey,
tonight?
Oh, just before that, can I read Fate on Savan as they're
Yeah,
leaving the
go
room? That's the DC 6.
Incarceration.
Okay, at least it's not like death, so we know they're not going to get murdered. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just asking you how you feel.
Mordred's kind of shut down a little bit, and he says, I hurt you. I hurt you all. He looks at Drizella specifically when he says that. I'm sorry.
I'll just tap you on the back and say, "It's magic stuff, it's hard to fight off sometimes."
Hey,
It's nice.
Drizella
Don't
walks
do it.
over and goes, "You should use the sword more often. You wield it well."
Good call.
I'm not touching that sword again.
Huh.
Because it's
Get a
covered
new
in
one
the
then.
blood of my friends, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, well, get a new one then. You're very good with it.
I won't use a sword. I can't.
Okay. Yeah, you can. You definitely could. Just as she looks down at the healing gash. Yeah, you were
Do
pretty.
you have any missing hit points still?
Oh yeah, I'm about 60.
I'm going to cast a 2-action heal on you.
As you look down at the
Feeling
gaping
bad.
wound in your chest,
Mm.
you see some of the blood coming out falling on what is something caught up
18.
in the detritus of the machine.
I,
You might cover half of it, yeah.
thanks.
But there seems to be something else.
I look down at what am I bleeding on? What's caught in the machine?
Give me a perception check. And you start to ruffle through the cogs and the bits of wood broken metal.
20.
20. You see the scabbard, an empty gold-tipped, bejeweled scabbard that Nimue wore on her back. It seems like when the machine exploded, the crossband was cut by a cog or something, and it's fallen down, and she didn't realise she's lost it.
I take it out and go. Does this mean anything to you? To Sibylla?
Could I
Yeah.
cast a... Could be crafting check, maybe?
You can do a crafting check on them. You can also do a occultism check or a... What are your law skills again?
Occultism is my main thing.
Yeah, you've got some cool law skills as well. Curses and potion law. Probably occultism, yeah. Give us an occultism check. See if you can remember.
Crit.
Ah, no.
20. Sorry, I can't say crit in this, can I?
You can, so crit's still important, but crit plus 9, 39, insane.
Yeah.
So you know this isn't a hag thing. This isn't to do with the covens of crew thing. This
Yeah.
isn't something she got from being a powerful and skilled witch. You have to remember, she got this not long after she'd stopped being your tutor, after you'd kind of graduated sort of thing, gotten your own, gone off your own thing. One time, a little while after catching up with her, you would have seen she'd acquired this. This is a scabbard for the sword Caliban, gifted by Merlin after the strife of Camelot. A very powerful, one of the most powerful swords ever made.
No, I'm fine.
Caliban is with a crit. You know, Caliban to be one of 3 sister swords.
Mm-hmm.
Excalibur being the most famous. Excalibur, Caliban, and something like
Caliban.
Caliban, sure. You know, one of them currently sits in an anvil in Pendragon, the capital of Camelot.
Mm-hmm.
One was given to Nimue, the Lady of the Lake. The other disappeared. It's not entirely sure what happened. You know, it's quite surprising. This is the scabbard for that sword. The sword is not here. The sword is gone.
Yes.
I relay what happened in the strange space between living and death, which thank you for giving me the opportunity to explore it. I might slow down the death I inflict so that more people have a chance to experience the oddness of the journey.
Well, I'm glad you got there in the end.
And I explain what happened to.
I had some really good doing back to life. That was
Oh yeah, he offered, but I was talking to the drowned lady.
The drowned lady.
Yeah.
Isn't that drowned lady?
Yeah, no, she's the green lady. The green lady that was trying to kill us was like also a drowned lady who's sort of was stuck in the weird place between death and life, and she said that she was drowned. And like it was like not her choice, against her will. Anyway, she drowned, and it was all bad. So that I think that's probably why she was not happy about that.
Would the story of her drowning resonate anything with me? Click it.
So Nimue, the last you saw of Nimue, she was set to become the All-Mother, in charge of the covens, very powerful coven position. But
Like the Pope of Witches.
pretty much like the Pope of Witches.
Yeah.
But she felt. You, give me another occultism
So
check.
cool.
See what you know about her dismissal. Yeah, for some reason, she didn't take up that role.
That's at 14.
14. There was a student of hers, not a witch, but a very powerful spellcaster.
Yep.
By the name of Morgana Le Fay, who studied under her, but then left the cunning ways, went rogue, pretty much. Nimue felt very guilty for what happened, held herself responsible, and pretty much went into self-exile over it.
Yes.
That's kind of commonly known. With only a 14 or a 16, did you say?
14.
14.
Yep.
You don't know anything more than that.
Yep.
You lost contact with her then, as did all the other witches.
Yep. She's stop posting Facebook updates?
She stopped posting Facebook updates. She did a Yoda and went to Dagobah. She
Friendship ended with Morgana Le Fay.
Yeah, she gathered her things and just walked into the woods.
And then she drowned.
Where it would seem to be perhaps that's what happened. It's hard to tell.
So I explain what she told me.
You
So
would know
share
that the
that.
title Lady of the Lake is one that she's carried for a while. That's something that's been an epithet of hers for a bit. But I think with a 14, you don't exactly know how she got it.
So I explained everything that she told me, and the green lady seemed really pissy about that. She stole my mask.
Do you share any of the knowledge that you just learned with any of the group?
Not with you.
just wondering.
The four of you all get a message into your head
Sorry.
from
Someone admitted to
I thank the dean as well.
the dean finishes talking. The dean probably comes back in
Never heard that name
around
before.
now.
No.
As the dean's heading back towards you all, you get a message, all of you do, from Savant, saying, I'm sorry for my part in this. I know you asked me to help. I know I've already asked you to help me. If you are willing to help more, come find me in the prison.
We have to help them.
Can I just cast detect magic on the scabbard?
Yeah, for sure.
Can we respond to that message?
You can indeed.
I respond to that message going, happy to help if you can find a Medicaster with a spare mask and steal it off them, or in otherwise procure one, that would be great.
Can do.
Can do.
You cast detect magic on the sword.
Otherwise I have to thieve
It
one.
has abjuration magic that you pretty quickly pick up to just be a sort of. It's generally quite impervious to damage. It's difficult to hurt this thing.
Yeah.
The band that broke doesn't seem to be part of the original.
It didn't get crushed
scabbard.
in the
It seemed to
cogs.
just be a regular thing. Someone's added on to the scabbard.
Yeah.
The scabbard itself is probably not indestructible, but pretty damn hard to damage meaningfully.
And it didn't get crushed in the machine or anything.
No, it's
just
just fine. It's just old.
Yeah.
It looks like it almost has sort of this dark green or blue scaling over it, almost muddying the golden metal. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to have. It doesn't cast magic in any sort of way like that, as far as you can tell.
Does it have any symbols or anything on it?
Yeah, for sure.
Would
Plenty
you
of
look
them.
at? Would you let anyone else look at it?
Perhaps.
Whilst it's happening, I'm just going to go downstairs and grab my crossbow back up to the room.
Yeah, you guys collect
I'm
up your
going to go and
weapons
see the dean.
I'm probably just going to keep it for now.
You can add the scarab of Caliburn to your inventory. Not a standard item. You need to just chuck that in as a name. You go have a chat with the dean. Dean Maricosa, very.
I'd probably follow it.
You see, at this point, there are other academics coming in, people looking around. You see, she says to you, the first thing she says is, "Your comes up. We're going to have to report this to the Lord, I'm afraid. We just simply can't leave an issue like this in the university alone." Bragg will have to know about it. It's just the way of things. I imagine they'll want to question you. And your friends, of course. Who's talking with the dean at the moment?
I'll be talking to them.
Yeah, you kind of all
Can I
kind of-
ask a question? Could I ask? You were here at the lab at the same time. Were you aware of what was happening?
The astronomy space, especially this time, this close to a parallax, we keep certain wards over it. I was aware someone tried to break in, triggering one of these wards, and I found, who I can only assume is your friend, doing some unsanctioned works on the machines.
It wasn't their fault.
Perhaps. They were building entirely of their own accord. The witch, or whoever that was, arrived quite after the works began. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I spent the majority of it in the cupboard, unfortunately, but I did hear the word mirror shouted back and forward a great many times.
Who's got the shard of the mirror?
I don't know, because I cut myself on it.
Yeah. Perhaps, I think the word horn as well.
Are we going to share the stuff with the Dean? Do we trust the Dean?
That's up to all of you.
I don't.
So you all found a shard of a mirror in the catacombs near the tomb of the Horned King, along with that other head in a jar that said Dean Maricosa. You found that little slip of paper with the strange symbol. Someone, the Order of the 11th Eye, not someone, you know who they were. This very old Aura Guardians of powerful items entrusted that shard of a mirror to a previous Dean of the university.
Can I ask her, do those words mean anything to you?
In isolation, very little.
We found a place called the Thing of the Horned King.
You share that with them. They make a...
I'm not sharing the mirror. Alright, we'll share some
It's difficult for someone who's white to go pale, but the Dean manages to.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she says, Horned King. You see, she telekinesis a chair underneath her and kind of sits down again. That very old woman, kind of coming back now that this moment of crisis has passed, and folds her hand up and says, "Yes, that's quite the problem. She'll definitely need to inform Lord Brigg. Where did you find this?
When we were searching for Mirabella.
In the Bonekeeper's Guild.
Bonekeeper's Guild. South Catacombs.
Of course.
We found it, a room that had that title.
Well, luckily, the Horned King is dead.
Are they?
Oh, so the Horn King is that we found a doorway.
Indeed, we found the tomb.
Is that the Horn King?
Inside the tomb rests the Horned King.
Okay.
But he is dead. He is dead.
He did have some green stuff leaking out, and the room got unlocked by Marabella by accident. She was trying to do a teleport spell, and she ended up in there. And so that's what was causing the dead to rise. But we've sorted that out, we've resealed it, so hopefully that's fine. But apparently, that door can be opened at
the sun door.
At the sun.
You see, she nods and she says, "Yes, I know. I helped build that door as it happens, half a lifetime. I saw him firsthand when he was still alive, and I was there when he died. At the fall of Arcadia, many hundreds of years ago. You see several guards kind of come over, so she shoots them away from him. She says, that tomb was placed in secret. I did not know it was so close by. If it's been found, there are many things that we've done. I don't wish to alarm any of you, but the scale of threat the Horned King represents is unparalleled. I have lived through 3 sunbursts myself. I would go through 10 more to avoid facing him.
Are we asking why the Dean's head is in the cellar?
That's up to
I
you.
was going to ease into that.
I'm not.
I will say, she seems very kind of distracted and off guard.
Yeah.
I'm not easing into it. I'm just going, so you were there when the Horned King died?
Oh, yes.
And was he there when you died?
It's not the same person.
Give me a... What are you trying to do here?
I was just going to ask.
I'm just derailing
Pointed
his
question as a
investigation.
bloody thing.
Drusilla can't wait.
You can jump in.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say. Dean Maricosa, is that like a family name, or did you,
Yeah.
get that from somewhere else? And I'll use pointed questions to do it. Which lets me attempt a diplomacy check against the creature's abilities.
I will help in a probably negative
Oh, God.
modifying kind of way.
Yeah, give us a diplomacy check as well.
Oh, yeah, that's my strong
See if you
suit.
can hit a 15.
No, probably not, but we can try. It would be the highest roll I've rolled all night for
Activate my
15.
diplomat's badge before I do that. So
Oh, my
a
goodness,
DC
18.
20 record
18,
knowledge,
success.
which is a
I'm
fail.
distracted.
But I get +1 to that. So diplomacy, so +6. Am I still stupefied? Does that wear off at any point?
No, that's worn off by now.
Oh,
It's a nasty
I'm
condition.
stupefied though.
You are stupefied.
Would I be stupefied 3 if it activated 3 times?
Yes.
okay,
You added the
so that'll
healing
be a 19
3
for the
You added 3 times
question.
for healing.
Oh, no.
An
no,
18 from
Oh, you
help.
could've done.
Then everyone would have just been.
18?
19.
19
Right.
from help. 19 from help. So Dean Maricosa has a very high will save. They are a high level wizard.
Yeah, so
So that is a fail. But at the moment they're very off guard. So that's a 19.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we can add 5 to that. This is also part of your investigation.
yeah.
So that gives you've got 2 major clues, so that's +4. You've got the minor clue of Marabella as well, so that's +5. So that's 10. So that brings you to 29, which will do the trick.
Nice. Okay, so a regular success means I get a circumstance bonus of +2. Oh. Okay, so you ask a question that charms or needles someone in just the right way. Ask a question of a non-allied creature that you can see. Where they attempt a diplomacy check against that creature. The creature is then temporarily immune for 1 hour.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess it's just I get +2 for diplomacy checks.
Yep.
On that question.
So you've got +2, but for matters of this case, you've got 2 from the major clue, 2 from the other major clue, so 5, so +7.
Okay.
7 plus your diplomacy score, so something big you're rolling with now for those
15.
Yeah, so you're currently rolling +15 on diplomacy checks.
Yeah.
Big deal when you stack it. Which is a lot of how Pathfinder abilities work. Is it's small on its own, but when you stack it with other stuff, it builds to quite a large bonus. You say is that
So that would be for the point of question, and I'd roll a separate one for the actual.
so the
So is that to
so
give
she'll
me the
still
+2, and then I give another roll for the actual question.
so that's for all future questions.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's for all future questions 4. It'll probably have a duration, otherwise it's an hour.
It says the creature is then temporarily immune for an hour, but it doesn't say.
Yeah, so it lasts an hour.
So I guess it lasts an hour, and then she's
Cool.
immune for an hour.
You see, she says, America's no, I
Oh,
don't
okay,
really
yeah.
this side.
The target must directly answer your question. It doesn't have to answer truthfully,
Wonderful.
but you gain a +2 bonus on the deploy check if
Wonderful.
you trust the lie. That's what it means. It said as critical success, which confused me. That meant I had
Yeah.
to read the first part.
You have to read the first time. Yeah,
because
you always
critical
have to read
success is
the
+4 instead of +2.
You see, Dean Maricosa says, no, it's not a family name. My family went by something in Draconic.
So why did you choose the name Mariposa?
So she looks at you and thinks, to be fair. So she says, you said you were down in the catacombs. You see she kind of gets up slowly and closes some doors so that the guards that are doing that have taken someone away. I can't see you. He says, I take it you were exploring down
Indeed.
there. I took this name from someone I respected very much, who had met an untimely life.
That's going to make a check to see it. And so I get the bonus as well. So that'll be 24.
24?
That's after all the +15 bonus oil.
That's a success. To say that they're lying probably gives the wrong impression. They're phrasing something very gently, but in a very positive way, if that makes sense. They're making ample use of passive voice.
Killed a man.
She said someone died, which leaves the method and manner of death very ambiguous.
Okay. Was it one of the... I saw... Well, I'll just be honest with you. I saw the head of the past name and I wrote that down there. So that's why I was confused.
So he nods and says, yes, I took some care to remove mention of the last dean. It was so long ago I thought none would remember. Yes, it was the previous dean of this university, my dean, in my time studying here, in fact.
Okay.
How long ago was that?
Oh, some 500 years.
And how
So
long
that
ago
lines
was...
up about
Yeah.
the timeline, right?
Yeah. So they died earlier than they should have.
How did they die?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Would you respect that?
And this is Dragonborn?
Mm-hmm. Is there a question mark there? Or
Dragonborn? Question mark?
500 years.
500 years.
Average lifespan of a Dragonborn in the knowledge of... I have forensic knowledge of things.
Yeah. Give us survival is probably Dragonborn, or society actually is what it is. They're just
Society.
Pretty sure I already did a check for that, and it checks out from my experience.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, this is one of those secret checks we do. So that roll's not going to count. What do you add to society?
1.
You have not met any Dragonborn, and frankly don't know.
Fine.
Can we return to the thing at hand? What do
Yeah.
you need to... Mordred's just more worried about
You must
the
have lived
return
a
of the
very...
Horn King.
So, I'm just now interested.
Mhm.
Drizella's just interested. You must have lived a very long time. So, if you were studying here 500 years ago, precisely how old are you?
So she says, one forgets the number, but I was born 3 ages back. I lived through the rise of the Horned King, and I was there at the fall of Arcadia when he was defeated. I then came across the water and took up study here.
How did the Horned King fall?
So she says, it was Brillic. We had come in. The Horned King rose armies quickly, faster than I'd ever seen anyone do. The Fae tend to act slowly, and they did not. There was a small group of us who fought against what he did, and it was merely a case of reaching out to those who he thought would be on side and heading to Arcadia, an island no longer standing. We came in by boat. We fought our way to the heart of the island, a mighty tree, and with the help of an order that I believe no longer exists, they were able to kill him, or the closest thing that could be done to something like that.
So what do you need us to do?
You need not worry. These are matters beyond for travellers. With no disrespect for very capable travellers, but for travellers. I will be meeting with Lord Brigand to discuss alerting the other kings to this find. And the archaeological department will head down to the cave and see what they can.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I thought she said earlier that she...
She said things need to do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She does, however, think, and she says, although you earlier mentioned looking for some items. Who commissioned you for that? You never said.
There was a gnome called Memphis.
You remember your
Contract.
hired by the rich gnome, hired to steal from the Beast King. So
Who
she said,
said that? When did we divulge that?
you had letters of introduction from Memphis
Oh, okay.
that said, help these people out, they are acquiring items for Queen Elf.
Oh, okay.
You see the dean says, you're acquiring some items. Might I ask what you're looking for?
Oh, I think they're in that.
It was a staff of beguiling, a looking glass.
Curious coincidence, but nothing more. And you see at that, she pauses for a second. She says, I think then will need to be several discussions had with this Savan character who spoke with the witch, but I have a hunch. That looking glass could be very useful for someone trying to find information. You said you were looking to acquire it?
Indeed.
I would wish you much haste with your journey.
I do not like this woman.
I don't
I
trust
think
you.
she's being very helpful.
She's being very evasive. Good travels.
She's
She may
like
be able to help.
she's
someone.
like 1,800 years old and killed some dude in a cellar, and took his name. Nobody
We're also
noticed.
not being completely outright up front.
Is she not a
And
dragon?
she's, huh?
Is she a dragon?
You being racist against dragonborns?
Yes. I don't understand them. I haven't met them, and there's a dead one in the cellar. That she is being
No,
evasive,
that was a human.
and
It
she,
wasn't a dragon.
I am being evasive. She's being evasive, and I'm like,
So you
I'm-
can do a
I'm-
check to identify if she's a dragon.
and I've got a bag full of tools that I'd quite happily dissect her with,
Oh,
burning a hole in my shoulder.
So do we?
And I know that I'm not allowed to do dissection on live people because Mordred gets upset about it, and he's no longer charmed.
Vivisection.
Can we ask the Dragonborn about the
Survival.
reward?
Yeah, for sure. You get down to brass tack. You see, she says, yes, indeed, you were to find
23.
Maribel. So it's a
The
secret
Horned
check.
King's coming
Would you
back.
like to?
Sorry.
We need
Yes.
our money.
Check to identify a dragon.
Okay. What the money?
The end
What
of the
do you
world.
add to
Money.
Survival, 8. Oh, yes, 8.
Which is a 20 something. I don't get to know the
Where are
number.
we staying?
Check
Have
something.
we got accommodation?
Sold goat hand.
You don't believe her to be a dragon.
Okay.
She's a dragon. You look. Your understanding is dragons are very large and have wings and that sort of thing. This person is small and frail.
I obviously look her over.
More detailed, like you know, dragons are very proud creatures, and you think assuming the form of this like withered old woman, powerful spellcaster though she is, doesn't sit with your understanding of what a dragon would do.
I prodded her gently with my tools, but I don't take them out of the bag. I just kind of just nudge her with them.
Oh goodness me! Rewards. You all get some
good.
gold. Is the short of it.
Ooh.
You also get a level up, which, if you like, we can do before we all leave, because this is probably where we'll wrap up this session.
Okay.
As well. Unless one has any other questions.
Can we go back? At what time of day is it? Night time?
Yeah, night.
Can we go back for a long rest?
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
hotel?
You'll get
And
your
wrap
long
it up
rest at
as
the
a-
hotel.
Yeah.
Take your level up.
Or, ooh, I get some new spells.
Is there anything else we need to? Do we want to ask anything else about the Horned King?
You've just finished level 2. You've got your magic items. You've got your consumables. You each get 45 silver pieces.
Gold? 45 silver.
45 silver pieces. Remembering that silver pieces are effectively gold in this case. 45
Oh.
silver is a lot of money.
Can I give her?
No, sorry. You don't get 40 silver pieces. You get. Sorry, doing math. 75 silver pieces.
Each of us will
Each, sorry. Each.
75
each.
silver each.
75 silver each.
That's good.
Can I? We got 37 silver for finding Oh. Wait, what was it for? Hang on, give me a second. Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I intended to give this to Marabella's family, I think.
She was a travelling student.
Oh, she had no family?
It's the demon.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll keep the money then. So 75?
And
He
level
tries to return it.
and level 3, which means second level spells.
Mm.
Second level spells, I think, familiar abilities and cool investigator stuff.
Marvelous.
That just seems dramatically right.
I get trained in martial weapons.
You'll get more stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry that combat encounter ended up taking up our whole session.
That's okay.
that's
dragged
alright.
a little bit more than I
Combat
was hoping.
encounter.
Yeah. It was everyone turning on each other and dying.
Lots going on.
Yeah.
We met some friends, we met some enemies, we met some people who could be either.
Yeah, I don't know about the
Yeah.
team.
I'm just kidding.
I gotta give someone a caning early in the morning. So
Oh, you're firing someone.
not firing, just giving them a kick in the ass,
Oh, right.
proverbially. But-
It's
The joys of working in a company where I've got to deal with multiple time zones.
oh, goodness.
So, it's alright. Thursday I've got a 5 a.m. one.
That is
Joys of New Zealand.
It's the 5th today.
Wolverine.
Yeah, we've got so we'll do 3 more Evergreen sessions. Chris, you'll be away for the last one of those, and then we'll
Yes, I've only got 2 more sessions left.
and then we'll do a one
one shot.
shot across like 4 weeks or so, and then go
Yep.
back to Stride.
Okay.
Real.
I think you'll find that you're supposed to die a dying condition 4 not 5.
Oh, wild!
So I actually should have died.
You wouldn't. You had
But
that.
just for future, because I just saw Die Hard. is-
Oh, Die Hard.
Die Hard
exists at
specifically
5, not 6. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You had the blessing of the Reaper anyway, so you would have.
You don't make a will save, you make a Bruce Willis save to Die Hard.
That's awful.
I've got a pitch. If
He
people are
hasn't done a
interested.
bad joke all night, so.
Oh, I don't know. You had the one, the resembling your sword or something like that. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't really. I think that was actually a half decent joke.
Pitch us your pitch.
Pitch
Yes.
the pitch. So the pitch. Next week we could continue with what we're doing here. If you like, the last time I did this, we ran a little one-shot for the Fall of Arcadia, where you will meet the Horned King back when they were alive, as well as some other big old historical characters. You'll meet a young Dean Mariposa. If you'd like, we can do that. We can either do that at high-level Pathfinder, or we can do that at like level 10 and use 5th edition for alts.
Oh, okay.
Whatever people like. Doesn't matter too much.
Is it going to require re-rolling new
I
stuff?
think maybe we go 5th edition because we're still kind of like learning.
Yeah.
Pathfinder.
It'll be a
We'll probably
fun
pretty
little.
good
This is next week.
Yeah, if we want to.
Okay.
It's
I reckon that
entirely
sounds
optional.
fun,
But it's a
Will
fun.
it be pre-made characters from you?
I can pre-make you characters if. Here's the thing: I will make 4 characters for you. You can also use your own characters in return
Well,
to
like,
save the effort.
what about just a lottery? You just make completely random stuff
Yeah,
for
that
us,
could
and
be
we
fun.
just
Here's 4
it's-
characters. Pick
Yeah.
one and run it.
that could be fun.
I'd be
Cool.
keen for whatever.
Something weird like I've never played before.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Blood hunter. No blood hunters.
Blood Hunter Barbarian.
How do you feel about it? Would that be good fun?
Sorry, what was that?
One shot next week. D&D 5th edition. The Fall of Arcadia.
Okay.
Historical event.
Yeah, on it.
Some old timey stuff.
Yeah,
And then
sounds good.
Rose is here, but I'm sure she'll be cool with that.
Yep.
If she hates the idea, we can go ahead with other stuff. That lets me. Because that is if I'm here. That was the other big
Yeah.
one. I'm having surgery on Monday
Yeah.
coming, so I may be here, I may not.
Oh.
I am here, we'll run that. If we're not here, we'll skip a week and go back to normal plotline stuff the week after.
Yep. All right. Whatever we need, just to keep us posted.
Yeah.
Hope it all goes
So
well.
my level 3 stuff,
Yep.
I've added some intelligence. I've skill boosted medicine, and so I've now got plus 12 to medicine.
Nice. Double digit modifiers.
Yeah,
Maybe I won't boost
and
medicine, though.
I've taken ward medic as a feat.
I got plus
because that allows
Oh, that lets
me
you like
treat
wounds
more
as an action or
people.
something, or-
Yeah, it allows me to treat more people at a time. So,
Awesome.
expert in medicine, which I
You head
now
off with the
have.
next, Chris. I'm gonna-
Yeah, alright.
So
No
I'm now
worries.
an expert
Thank
in
you so much.
medicine.
Yeah, thank you.
I've studied in large wards, which I definitely did at some point, treating several patients at once, tending to all their needs. When you use treat disease or treat wounds, you can treat up to 2 targets at a time. If you get up to master, you can treat 4. So you can treat 2 to 4 targets. And if you get up to legendary, you can treat 8.
Nice. Oh, that'll be awesome. Yeah, probably because you two are double classing, probably coordinate your
Yeah.
level ups.
I won't take medicine then. I'll take.
So I've taken medicine.
I was going to take one medic as well, so I'm glad we're not yet.
For those sorts
Where
of
you
reasons.
can if you want to, because
No,
I
no.
don't do. I'm quite happy to take
No, it
damage
makes
dealing
sense.
stuff if you want to take ward medic.
No. It makes sense for you to do the medicaster stuff.
Yeah, I just don't take.
Casting, I have to ask.
Yeah, I just don't take any healing spells.
You might take diplomacy.
You also get, which I really like, at level 3, just a +1 skill boost because we're using gradual ability thing. So just pick a thing you're just good at, which is good fun.
Yeah. I've increased society as well. I managed to get increased society as well.
I absolutely lose skills.
Yeah.
That also.
You've got
Nice.
to do-
I hope people enjoyed that. That wasn't not meant to be that long of a combat fight, but
It was a complicated fight.
also had some